Sadly, windshield chips can turn into windshield cracks. But at least you can go to safelight.com and schedule a fix in minutes.
Sweet.
SafeLight can come to you for free, and our highly trained techs can replace your windshield right at your home.
Safe Light, Safe Light.
Don't wait. Go to safelight.com and schedule now.
Safe Light Repair, Safe Light Replace.
Emerging from the red flag back to green, and the session has been extended in part to allow us to have one flying lap at the end for everybody, but one driver who won't be is Joseph Newgarden. He's already out of the car. Pits are closed.
Yeah, there's a provision in the rules that state if there is a red flag late in the session and we go back to green with less than, in this case at Long Beach, 2 minutes and 30 seconds on the clock, IndyCar can elect to allow everybody to go out and just do one flying lap with the leaders pit box within 30 seconds, which everybody has done. But that's why you see such a long lineup leaving pit lane, going very slowly.
What is up, motherfuckers and party people? How the hell is everybody doing today? Hope everybody's having a great fucking day. Today, we got the Bristol truck race from Bristol, Tennessee. Gonna be a fun race. They're showing IndyCar practice right now. That's about to finish up. Just a few minutes here. But yeah. There was rain in the forecast. I honestly thought this race was going to get delayed by at least an hour, honestly, but not going to happen. We're going to be going right away here. Green flag is at 7:50. And I'm looking forward to it.
On the pole in 2022, Martin Hurden loves this track. Down the back stretch, incredibly fast. Let's look to see how he handles that bump.
There was no practice or qualifying today, so everything was set by the rule book. I think that's just owner points. I don't even know anymore.
Such a long corner. It feels like you're there forever. Overshot a little bit on the entry, but to the line. And the time.
But my win pick tonight is Corey Heim. He starts fourth.
A couple of tenths behind both of his teammates, but I'm not sure it was the perfect prep, just given the circumstances.
And I ordered food, and it's now on its way, so we'll have that shortly.
If he tightens that up a bit, that easily can be a tenth or two in the final corner. Prema getting after it here. That's the 83 of Schwartzman. Great to see him get a full practice on a Friday. I mean, as a rookie, he needs this. Oh, and Felix Rosenquist now to the top, a 1:07.387. You're one of the fastest times of the day.
Your pole sitter from last year drawing first blood here for practice on those soft tires. That's a great finish to the session for Meyer Shank, and Rosenquist is power now to the top. Nobody better over a lap in IndyCar history than Will Power.
And 3 times on the pole here. So Power 1:07.322. That is the overall fastest time that we've seen in practice today from Ericsson, Kirkwood, and Armstrong. Those are your top 4 fastest times of the day combined.
And that ends it. Session 1 in the books, and a competitive order starting to show itself here. Will Power, as you say, combined fastest. Ericsson, Kirkwood, Armstrong, Rosenquist. It seems to be a 3-way battle. Power's there. Penske, Andretti, and Ganassi / Meyer Shank. And Kevin has caught up with Will Power. Sorry, with Colin Herta.
Another fast driver who has had a lot of success here. So you just did 1 lap here on the softs. What did you learn?
As much as unfortunately I would have liked to. That red flag kind of burned us a little bit, but we at least got a lap time in on it. I wasn't too proud of the lap, but we got one in nonetheless. But we got a little bit of work to do, I think.
So you don't get another chance, though, on the sauce before qualifying. Can you learn what you need to on the harder tire tomorrow to try to go for the pole?
Maybe a little bit. I think we're going to be banking on what our teammates said tonight because they had 2 really good runs. And we'll be able to understand a little bit from them what they're feeling. So, but yeah, it's interesting. It's great to be back in Long Beach. It's good to be back with fans. You know, I miss that. So it's nice to be here.
Thanks, Cole.
So Colton Herter, 4th fastest in that second group of first practice. Will Power, the fastest man, not just of this group, but of the day. Power on a 107.322. Ericsson on a 107.35 from Group 1 was overall second fastest.
So trying to make sense of it all, Team Penske absolutely at the sharp end of the field. They weren't there at thermal. Back where Joseph Newgarden told me they would be. He said, we couldn't figure out thermal. We know we're good for the rest of the season. Meyer-Shank Racing, Strong, Andretti, and then, of course, Ganassi there with Palou earlier. A lot of people with pace right now, James.
But what's so impressive to me, guys, is if you look at those combined times, the top 5 cars are all within the same 10th of a second. It's less than a 10th of a second on those combined times. That is just peak IndyCar at a street circuit as challenging as Long Beach. To have that many guys that close together, absolutely phenomenal.
Not a lot of wall banging today, but with a field that tight, you can bet that they'll be shaving concrete all around the track tomorrow afternoon for qualifying.
You will have your practice session first of all tomorrow, then qualifying, as Townsend and James have said, where it all gets put on the line around this incredible street circuit here in Long Beach. Practice number 2 on FS1 at 11:30 a.m. Eastern, and at 2:30 p.m. it is NTT IndyCar qualifying on FS2. Coming up next on FS1, NASCAR truck racing live from Bristol.
Elliott short track racing. I don't know why I thought you said Elliott short track racing. Hey, short track racing. Y'all ready for some short track racing tonight? I am ready for some short track racing. Yeah, we're getting ready for some short track beating and banging and bumping and fucking and ejaculating and getting pregnant and having kids. Yeah, that's short track racing, baby. Yeah, the radar looks promising for a full race tonight. The rain, honestly, I thought this race was going to be delayed, but we're on time. You saw my comment in under 5 minutes? Yeah, right? I know. Malachi, what are you doing? You don't need your shit.
And it is a chilly night here in eastern Tennessee. 47 degrees. Look at the bottom.
All right, my food's here. I'm going to go grab that real quick.
All day long. As it continues to drop. It has been raining today, but it is cleared out right now. Everything looks good. Now tonight, it's the second race of 3 for the Triple Truck Challenge. If you remember back 2 weeks ago at Martinsville, the winner, Daniel Hemrick, he picked up 50 grand as a bonus tonight. If he is the top finisher or wins the race, he could take home $150,000. If he does it next week at Rockingham, that's $500,000. Little added incentive. And let me tell you, boys, we don't need extra incentive to be with you tonight from Bristol. I'm Jamie Little, Joey Logano, and Michael Waltrip once again. We're happy you're joining us on this Friday night under the lights. And Joey, I mentioned it. We had rain earlier. There hasn't been a car or a truck turn a lap today. So what are all these drivers up against?
The unknown. That's what it's going to be. They don't know exactly, one, how the track's going to react. So you have the traction compound that they put on the bottom of the track. How slick is that going to be to start? When is it going to kick in and really be the place to be? When is the track going to move up all the way to the top? And will it get fast up there? I don't know. They haven't even made a lap out here, Jamie. They don't even know if their truck's going to bottom out, how it's going to handle. There's a competition caution around lap 30. They're
maybe some of them will be looking forward to that moment, but lots of questions, Michael.
Yeah, but there's two things we know for sure, Joey. It's going to be tough to beat Corey Heim. It's going to be tough to beat Kyle Larson. Heim has dominated the last couple of races, didn't go to victory lane. Larson, he's running all 3 races this weekend. He's looking to be the triple guy. Which one of our truckers can upset those guys? Look for Lane Riggs. He's always strong here in Bristol.
And Lane Riggs was so good last time here. Let's now go trackside to kick things off for opening ceremonies.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we ask that you please rise as you are able, remove your hats, and veterans render a hand salute as the Dobbins Bennett High School Air Force Junior ROTC Color Guard presents our nation's colors. Here to offer tonight's invocation, please welcome Motor Racing Outreach Chaplain, Tom Kipp.
Ladies and gentlemen, this week, the NASCAR family lost the lives of Shigeaki Hattori, Al Pierce, and John Edwards. We ask that you please keep their family and their friends and your thoughts and prayers this week. Let's pray. Our Heavenly Father, we ask that you simply bless our race tonight. Be with each and every one of our drivers. Give them strength. Help them to persevere. Give them clear thinking. And most of all, your great hand of protection. We thank you so much for the freedoms we all enjoy tonight. We thank you most of all for the profound hope and joy and assurance we have in you tonight. And we pray all this in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen.
Here to perform our national anthem, please welcome, as directed by Jason Leake, the East Tennessee State University Vocal Band.
Long ass start. Yeah, they really dragged that shit out, didn't they?
Race number 6 is coming up from Thunder Valley. It's Bristol, baby, and the truckers are ready to do battle.
Put the work.
Yeah, they really dragged that shit out, didn't they?
Mommy, I have to go potty.
You guys need to see.
So McDonald's got this new sauce called Nether Flame Sauce.
What's next?
Craftsman. What you build.
I got no clue what this is.
Nice,
but I'm interested to try it. Is it gonna kill me?
Man, I gotta get me one of those. Where'd you get it?
Jovex.com.
I guess we'll find out.
Hey, Stipe, nice boots. Where'd you get those?
Jovex.com.
Use it.
Hi, Chester.
Exclusive deals for first responders, military, and law enforcement only at Jovex.com.
Come on, let's go.
It's aight.
Get off here.
It's not as good as Flame Sauce from DQ.
Touchdown!
I don't know if that's what it's trying to be, though.
Welcome to more where that came from. Welcome to the edge of your seat. Welcome to NASCAR.
To be a pet parent is to be human. Sometimes
Hello, Chester.
we feel guilty. We can only do so much. That's
Yeah,
why
Chester is begging for my food.
people rely on hills with scientifically proven formulas to give more love than humanly possible. Because you're only human, there's hills. Science does more.
You're not getting any.
When weight kept them down, science helped them soar. When morning kisses were sour, science made them sweet. When itching kept them up, science helped them rest.
Sister, go away.
Science gave them back. Your vet delivered life-altering news. Science delivered life-changing nutrition. Hill's prescription diet. Science did that.
But no pickles in this damn
Bristol
burger.
Motor Speedway, where we are getting ready to go Craftsman Truck Series Racing.
Assholes.
This is the first of 2 stops this season, and the last time we were here, it was that man right there, 22-year-old Lane Riggs, celebrating in victory lane. This is how we got it done. The short track ace making the pass around Corey Heim for the second and final time in 2024. He takes the checkered flag and celebrates. The shoulder pops out and everything, but it was all right. Surgery in the offseason, he's back and ready
That was at
to do it all over
Milwaukee
again.
where he
Can
fucked up his
he
shoulder.
win again? He was with our Todd Bodine just moments ago.
Well, Lane Riggs, last time you were here at Bristol Motor Speedway, you parked it over there on top of that building in Victory Lane. How do you feel about tonight not having any practice on this track?
Yeah, I mean, this is my first time actually racing on a track besides the Super Speedway where I didn't get any practice. But if we're going to do it, I think this is the place to do it. We won here last time, got the exact same chassis, exact same setup. We basically rolled it out of the trailer just like we rolled it in there with the trophy last year. So, yeah, just good to have Love's RV stop back on the truck here, trying to get up a back-to-back win. I know got a lot of people here tonight. In Front Row Motorsports, everybody's doing a great job this year. So I'm just excited to come back somewhere that got a little bit of swagger out.
All right, Lane Riggs trying to get 2 in a row at Bristol.
Todd, I love how he said it there. A little bit of swagger, but in the back of his mind, he's like, I've only done this one time where I jump in my truck at the green flag, and that's the first time I have a lap around.
Well, it's part of being a race car driver. You have to convince yourself you have the best of everything. You're the best driver. You got the best car. You got to, before you line up in this thing, you have to firmly believe that. But tonight, that's a little harder to do because you don't have practice. You don't have anything to go back on. But for Lane, he's saying, hey, we won the last time we were here. We had the best truck. What can be different? Well, many things in that amount of time, but hopefully it's all the same for Lane.
But the thing that's crazy, Joey, you know this, you multiply things by 10 here at Bristol. You fire off into these corners, barely let off the gas, and right back at it. So if anything is just slightly off, it's magnified, and these guys have to battle with that while they're doing battle in deep, deep traffic, and it's going to happen all night long.
I love the confidence that it gives a driver coming back to a place. He doesn't have a lot of experience in the truck series, but to know he got it done here last time around. But there's still a lot of unanswered
Yeah, my pick for the win tonight is Corey Heim.
See Kyle Larson in the field. Drivers getting strapped in and ready, getting the gloves on. Let's now go trackside for the most famous words in racing.
And now, here to say the most famous words in motorsports, please welcome representatives from Elite Truck.
Drivers, start your engines! All right, them engines are fired. Green flag is at 750. For the first stage, it is 65 laps. For the second stage, it is also 65 laps. So that'll end at lap 130. And then the final 120 laps will be the final stage. We should be good on rain for the rest of the night here. But I guess we'll have to see. You never can predict weather, I guess.
Dental has complete, affordable care all under one roof. Plus, free exams and x-rays for new patients without insurance and 20% off treatment plans for everyone. Making it easier to get started with quality care. It's one more way Aspen Dental is in your corner.
Safe like repair. Safe like replace.
Nobody likes a cracked windshield. But at least you can go to SafeLight.com and schedule a fix in minutes.
Can confirm. Very easy.
SafeLight can come to you for free, and our highly trained techs can replace your windshield right at your home.
Safe like repair. Safe like replace.
Go to SafeLight.com and schedule a replacement today.
With 12 grams of protein in every serving, Quaker Protein Instant Oatmeal is there for active mornings, friendly competition, and big moves. Quaker, bring out the good.
After starting the season with back-to-back wins, Alex Palou looks to stay perfect as the IndyCar Series pulls into Long Beach. Sunday at 4:30 Eastern on Fox. Welcome to the fastest racing on earth.
Cream on the left, one more episode. Cream on the right, we crushed the whole series. Yes! Oh, that was really good. Orient, stay playful.
Switch to Dude Wipes, the wet, flushable wipe that clears instead of smears. Dude Wipes, best clean, hands down.
Check it out. At Planet Fitness, you can get free unlimited fitness training. Save when you join for just $1 down.
We're mixing it up.
We're not slowing down.
I'm checking my form.
55 lifted 70.
We're just gonna keep showing up.
Showing up.
Showing up.
You coming? Save $28 or more when you join for just $1 down, $15 a month. Cancel anytime. Deal ends Friday, April 11th. Planet Fitness. We're all strong on this planet.
Hemrick in the number 19. That truck won both races last year.
The 19 truck trying to bring it home for his first career truck win. Daniel Hemrick. Checkered flag. He wins it.
I love winning. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Whoa! Gonna do it off the top. Whoa! Yes! Stuck the win, stuck the landing, and what a popular win it was by everybody in the garage. So happy to see Daniel Hemrick go to victory lane. So what do you say, Joey? Should we dial him up?
Daniel Hemrick, Joey Logano up here in the FS1 booth. You got us?
I got you there, Joseph.
Thank you for the joke. Hey, man, you just came off your first win. Obviously, there's a lot of momentum there. You did an amazing backflip. But tonight, there's a lot of unknowns. But one thing we know for you, you got some big bucks on the line. How you feel?
Yeah, I feel good. It's good to have that opportunity, so thanks to Craftsman for that. Yeah, we good to get the first W off all our back-to-this race team, the race team, all into each other. So super cool to get a win for MHR there, get clocked. As you know, those are special. But yeah, a lot of unknown tonight. Gonna just try to, execute my part, set the pace, and just be fluid. Not the kind of fluid I'm seeing right now, but try to be fluid as the night goes on here.
All right, man. Well, good luck in there.
Yeah, I appreciate you guys. Thanks.
Well, we talked about Kyle Larson in the field. He's trying to complete this sweep this weekend. Michael, let's call him.
See if we can get a word with Kyle. Kyle Larson, it's Michael Waltrip and the Fox team. Do you copy, buddy?
Brad, 2 hours out here for the barrels until you get back to your straightaway lights.
That guy was telling you about some barrels. I just got a quick question. You're going for the triple tonight, or starting tonight. How do you feel about this racetrack right now and this weekend in general?
It's a Larson is going for the weekend sweep, the triple sweep. Tried it at Homestead a few weeks ago, didn't go well.
But to try and win some more.
No, you want 2 of the 3, but then the Xfinity race, he ended up getting defeated.
You know, I don't really know what the track is going to do. You know, this is the first laps on it, so I'm sure it'll be pretty fast around the bottom. But yeah, hopefully our IndyCars.com Chevy with Spire Motorsports is strong and we can cruise up front sometime.
I'm sure that's in the near future. Appreciate you talking with us and have a good night, bud.
Yeah, thank you, Mikey. It's that halfway mark right here.
All right, let's take a look now at the starting grid sponsored by Mother's High Performance Car Care. We talked about it. There was no qualifying earlier, so it's set by the metric. Daniel Hemrick will lead the field to green. Outside front row, Tyler Ingram, his teammate.
Then you got a pretty strong second row here. Corey Heim, we talk about him every week, leading so many laps, looking to shake that bad luck that he's had. Starting next to Chandler Smith, who I think will be pretty strong tonight as well.
Row 3 is coming off of a couple top 5s at Martinsville. Great runs for Ben Rhodes and Jake Garcia. They'll look to charge to the front from row 3. See, time adjusted. I'm going to keep my eye on him, Joe. He's always good on these short tracks. And Stuart Friesen off to a great start this season.
Then you see there in lane row 5, Lane Riggs, coming off the win here. Last time he was here, you know he's feeling strong. Andreas Perez right next to him, ready to get it going.
All right, let's say hello to our pit reporters calling all the action tonight, Todd Bodine and Josh Sims. Good evening, Josh. I hope you're warm.
Well, good evening, Jamie. It's been a tough 2-race stretch for Corey Heim and this 11 team. They were absolutely dominant in the last 2 races at Martinsville and Homestead, but factors outside of Corey Heim's control kept him out of victory lane. When I caught up with him earlier, he said, yes, those races were frustrating, but the good thing is they were really good points days, and oh, it helps to also have 2 wins already in the bag. We come to a place like Bristol. He's already got a win here. In fact, he's never finished outside the top 10 at this track, so look for the 11 to try and get a little get back out here tonight, Todd.
Yeah, thanks, Josh. You know, Joey keeps talking about the unknowns here tonight at Bristol. And I talked to a lot of crew chiefs, a lot of drivers today. The crew chiefs, they don't know. They don't know what to expect. The last time we raced here at Bristol, there was no traction compound on the racetrack. And they had left side tire issues, wearing the tires out. Tonight, we have traction compound. So they don't know if they're going to have tire issues again or not. So they don't know when they're going to pit, how many times they're going to pit. And the drivers, well, you ask them all and they say the same thing. If somebody gets in the back of you, moves you up out of the traction compound, you are going to get passed. Jamie?
Todd, I love all of the unknowns. Now let's take a look at our track description, sponsored by Craftsman, Michael.
Yeah, you're going to see this track's just over a half-mile in length.
Alrighty, let's go racing, boys. Bristol's the best. Who doesn't love Bristol? Everyone loves Bristol.
And they can really attack these corners, Joey.
Absolutely. There's going to be a lot of attacking to do, and here's your race analysis. 250 laps. It's only 133 miles. It's 65 laps for the first and second stage, and the final stage being 120. What you see there at the bottom, though, comp caution lap 30. They're doing that because the track is green, meaning there's no rubber on the track. Tire wear is going to be pretty aggressive to start here, and there may be some truckers looking to hit pit road possibly. And we heard Todd Bodine talking about this. Where does the strategy end up? When you put that caution there in lap 30, it opens the window for a couple different strategies. It'll be fun to watch it because at some point the whole field's probably going to flip.
Warming those tires up, you see that's what they're doing back and forth on that. Hoping to have some grip when they get down to turn 1 because they know they're going to dive in there.
And there's a good chance on the start that traction compound is not activated. It could be actually slicker than anywhere else until it warms up. And then it'll be
Alrighty, here we go.
Pace truck takes that hard left.
And the green flag is in the air. We are racing from Bristol. It is Bristol, baby.
We are racing at Bristol. Wow, great watch for the 19 truck.
Yeah, but I'm looking at the 11 already. Joey, he just really closed after Hemrick got that great start. The 11 is right on him. Great racing already, side by side.
And this is everyone's feeling out their truck.
No.
Where can I go? Where can I not go? And where is that traction compound at? When can I start getting down there? You want to be late to the party, right? When that stuff gets activated and you can't get down there in time, you're going to get friction.
What's that feel like? I've never raced on this type of surface, Joey, with that traction compound. What's the difference? What's it feel like?
Well, right now you see Ty Majeski on the bottom. He went there a little bit early and wiggled up the racetrack, so I don't think it's quite in yet. But then at the beginning, you see Chandler Smith grab that bottom. Here's just, when it gets activated, there's a lot of grip in it, and you can tell it's already starting to be grip. Chandler Smith looking pretty wide.
Wow, what a battle.
Chandler Smith's been one of those drivers, Michael Joey, we've talked about him week in and week out. It's just a matter of time before he finds his way to victory lane. Former winner,
Ben Rhodes up to second place.
Here at Bristol.
And this is something the spotters right now are immediately communicating to their drivers, that the traction compound is starting to be activated, passes are being made down there, don't be late to the party.
Corey Heim has faded. He had that great start.
Yeah, Corey Himes fell back to 5th. Tyler Ranker up to 4th.
In the 5th position now.
And I expect a lot of passing in the beginning of this race. You got trucks that did not get to practice. Balances could be all over the place. Some trucks may be really loose, some may be really tight, and you didn't qualify. So the fastest trucks aren't possibly in the front. They may be all over the place. So a lot of action to start this race.
The battle for third right here.
Look at this,
Gaggle of trucks, the 71 back there. We've been talking about him.
I glanced up and they were 4 wide. They sorted that out down to 3 wide. But this is a battle. This is what we expected, Joey. Without qualifying, a lot of strong trucks in the back making their way to the front.
Yeah, everyone's just trying to figure out where to go. Because you're doing that mess.
Not that out for the lead. There goes Chandler Smith.
Can he make it stick getting around Daniel Hemrick, who just led his first laps ever at Bristol? And
Chandler Smith takes the lead.
Leader.
Daniel Hemrick.
Spotters say traction compound engaged.
Yeah, it's definitely engaged. And you're going to see all the trucks migrate to the bottom of the racetrack here and just start rubbering up. And now what's going to happen, if it runs long, rubber will start to build up on there, and they'll start to lose grip eventually, but not for a long time, and possibly not even in this race.
Norm Benning that Chandler Smith just got around.
Also, there's a competition caution at lap 20. I meant to mention that, but forgot to.
Just stick to that bottom, run that yellow line, and you can see Hemrick maybe slips a little bit.
Competition caution lap 30, sorry. Not lap 20.
Just able to wrap it, right? When you're able to wrap the very bottom for a long time, get that straight launch, Michael, like you said, it's hard to defend that.
And it makes you feel like King Kong. You're like, I can do anything tonight with this truck, and that's what that move looked like for me from Smith.
And it's important right now for Chandler Smith. Yeah, does he have the fastest truck on the racetrack right now? Yes. But everyone's going to have the opportunity to tune in their trucks a little bit, make it a little better. It's important for him not to get too comfortable and say, man, my stuff's good, don't make any adjustments. Whoa! As they go up the racetrack there.
Nathan Bird with issues so slow as Ben Rhodes gets around him.
That was a mess.
Some track position. Watch what happens here.
Ben goes high. Bird slips up and into Rhodes. Wow.
Got lucky that wasn't worse.
Yeah, that was a moment. And that's another thing, Joe. I talked about feeling like King Kong when you could wrap the bottom, and when your truck isn't right, there's nowhere to hide at Bristol.
No. And it's a very challenging racetrack. Like you said before the race started, everything is exaggerated at Bristol. When your truck is not handling good, boy, does it feel like the longest half mile you can go around.
First time we've seen Brandon Jones in the field in the one truck for Tricon, coming off that big win.
Oh, around goes the 81.
That goes around in the 81 truck, and the caution comes out for the first time.
Who's that?
Hear that spotter talking.
It's Connor Mozak. Connor Mozak goes around on lap 17.
Yeah, Joey. I know you know.
That'll bring out the first caution of the night. 4.5 minute green flag run to start the race. I'm not sure if they'll move the competition caution to lap like 35 or 40 or something. If they'll just keep it right at lap 30. Maybe they'll say this is the competition caution. I don't know.
15. And are great. Didn't squeeze him at all. It just Mozak overjudged how much grip he was going to have and got sideways.
Yeah, just, like you said there, Michael, I think you just shifted in there a little bit too hot.
Wow. Nice move up top by the 66.
No damage. All good.
Jack Wood, his teammate, the 91, just escaped him as well. Connor Mozak was 19 at the time of that spin.
Luke Finhouse in that 66. He just celebrated his 21st birthday, and he probably looked out his windshield there and said, hold on now, I'm a birthday boy. Get that thing out of my way.
So I'll be interested to see what NASCAR does here. You're 19 laps into the race. You got the comp caution coming out at lap 30. Now, it's possible they say this is the comp caution. I'll be interested to see if they say that. If not, everyone knows the caution's coming out very shortly after this.
We're being told NASCAR is expecting this to be the competition caution, so what do you do?
It's not many laps at a time. Don't know this track.
So this will be the competition caution?
Very quickly when there's no rubber on it, but gosh, it's only 19 laps. If I'm in the back, I'm probably going to pit, right? Because you can. You're not going to lose much, and you want to get your truck handling better. But if I'm up front, I don't think I'm giving up the track position.
Well, that's the guy that started out back in Parker Kligerman, and he's up 10 spots from 35th to 25th. I think he probably has a truck that he likes, so maybe he's. Yeah, I'll be interested to see. Talked to a couple of our insiders down on pit road, and literally, Jamie, strategy was everywhere. I'm going to pit at the end of stage 1. I'm going to pit. I mean, they were saying everything.
Well, they do have that extra set of tires now since they didn't run them in practice and qualifying. We have some takers entering pit road. We'll step aside.
Motorsports isn't complicated. It's made up of races where you go as fast as you can, as best as you can, as sideways as you can, and whatever this is. Our team, Toyota Gazoo Racing. We make some seriously fast cars. Like this one, and this one, definitely this one. And they all have great drivers, ones that win, like win a lot. Look at all these legends. The hottest drivers right now are him, her, and this guy. They're all part of a big, happy family of speed demons. Now you're up to speed. You in?
I love dirt, especially in spring.
Here's Martha Stewart talking about dirt again.
Well, this is my favorite time of year.
We do the same thing every year. Organic soil, spawning plants, feeding everything really well.
The results are going to be phenomenal. It's so rich, it's so luscious.
It's really nice.
It smells good. Brian? It really is a miracle, isn't it?
Coffee Mate is the world's biggest coffee lover. Because we love...
coffee lover? Impossible.
Well, Coffee Mate loves all the ways you enjoy your...
Coffee lover? I flew to Thailand for this. We have flavors from all over the world.
Iced coffee! So much! I lost 2 fingers!
Wow.
We need our little coffee treats, even if it means we'll never afford a house.
What I'm trying to say is... Okay, maybe we're the second biggest coffee lovers.
As a person living with diabetes, I'm all about making progress.
Oh, the Sherry Shepherd in my roller rink.
Progress isn't about overhauling your life or always being perfect. Ooh. My progress is making smart choices to help lower my A1C with my Freestyle Libre 3 Plus sensor. It's the little wins, baby. And getting one at half the cost of other CGMs, well, that's a big win. Come on, baby.
Try for free at freestylelibre3.us/Sherry.
Gary, used car shopping can't hurt you.
But what if I overpay?
Come out and I'll show you a better way.
Well, you said...
I know. I said nearly half of all used cars have been in an accident, but there's no reason to shop with fear.
Well, show me, Carfox.
Knowing how a car's accident history impacts price means you don't have to overpay.
I wasn't scared.
Sure. Can we talk about the PJs?
I'll talk about them, as long as you keep it positive, because I like these things.
No fear, just Fox. Say, show me at Carfax.com.
Big week for Joey Logano, Team Penske, Joseph Newgarden. They all got an invite to the White House. Brought the Indy car out. There's NASCAR Cup car, Paul Wolf. What a day, Joey, for you. What was that like, getting to see it inside and out?
I'd say it really is. It's such an honor to go to the White House, and it's so cool. Right? You see your race car sitting out in front of the White House is like, I mean, I took a picture of my phone. I'm like, this is the coolest thing I've ever seen. And you're sitting there in the Oval Office and you think about all the history, everything that's happened in that room. It's a real special opportunity that we earned by winning the championship. And it was nice to be invited back there after 2018 was the last time we got to go. So it was a really special experience, and we all had a lot of fun.
It was amazing that you're there, and now you're here with me.
Yes.
What a difference a few days makes.
It's same but different. You know, it just...
It's unfiltered.
Brad Keselowski texted me. I was in the school pickup line the next morning. He's like, wow, White House to school pickup line. Just like that. It's the life we live, you know?
Joey Logano does it all, but like you said, just an honor to be invited there, and it was great for all of you to see Joseph out there to promote everything that Penske is doing.
It was an incredible year.
There's a car stopping the track.
With the Indy 500 and as well as winning the Rolex 24, the IMSA division there. So
going back green.
Cool to have us all there celebrating.
And green flag.
All right. Coming out of turn 4, Daniel Hemrick leads it once again. Chandler Smith on the outside. Smith has led 16 laps. Hemrick 8.
We see a trend here so far. The outside has been the preferred line, Joey. Do you expect that to last all night long? Is that the best way to get going here at Bristol?
I think for a couple laps, right? That was the first couple laps, the outside prevails, but it's like we talked about, that traction compound. Once it gets activated, it's going to start ripping, and I think there it is. A lap or two is all it's going to take.
Truck series is so competitive. You look back through the field and there's just battles everywhere. And that 34 truck, I think we're going to hear a lot out of him. He said he brought the same truck, same setup as he had last fall. Looks like it's solid so far.
And he said he brought the swagger too, Michael.
That's right.
He's ready to bring it on. There's the 11. Corey Heim led over 220 laps the last 2 races. Came up short both times, hoping for a little redemption, but he's never won here at Bristol.
You know, I don't ever count Corey Heim out, no matter if he's won here or not. But right now, I will say, his truck does not look real good. You see him stuck there on the outside. He's outside that traction compound that we've been talking about. But even when he gets down, he just seems not real good, right? He's not able to really keep the pace. I'm sure he's looking to get to the end of the stage and get to work on that truck a little bit.
There you see him just ripping that bottom like you talked about. There's Matt Crafton. He's off to a solid start, as is Corey Day. He's picked up the most spots since the start of the race, so it's nice to see this kid moving up and through the field. He just put one on his mentor, Kyle Larson, put him behind him, so good stuff for this 7 truck.
Yeah, that thing looks pretty solid. He's wrapping that bottom like we talked about. Matt Crafton wasn't having that, though. He said, I'm going to get down to the bottom, because Crafton knows if I get worked up off the bottom, I may lose more than one spot, because there's a truck right behind me a day.
The biggest movers we've talked about, Corey Day leading that list. Grant Enfinger made a pit stop and is moving up solidly. I like to say 88 truck of Crafton, the old crafty veteran. He's a solid early, beating up the 99 of Ben Rhodes.
And that strategy is interesting, right? Pitting with only 20 laps on your tires, does it open up the window, though, Michael, possibly to stay out at the end of the first stage, and maybe you'll get the track position when everyone pits there, and then maybe you'll cycle yourself up to try to win the second stage.
Well, I'm looking at a trend here, Joey. The first 3-4 trucks ran their fastest lap on lap 30.
Chandler Smith has pulled out to the lead here.
Speed in these tires still.
About halfway through the first stage. We're a little past halfway through the first stage.
We make that pit stop.
And it's not a clean read right now, though, Michael, right? Because the track
yeah, Joe Flacco going back to the Cleveland Browns. Gotta love that.
The track's getting faster, so we don't really know what the tire fall off is because the track's getting faster each lap, even though the tires are obviously falling off.
Lane Riggs back in 7th. Let's get an update. Todd.
Yeah, Michael, you talked about Lane bringing the same exact truck with the same exact setup. Well, when that caution came out, he had just got done complaining that his truck was plowing tight. Now he's gone back green, and like Joey said, now they're down in
Joe Flacco is going to take Cleveland to the promised land.
too loose. So the unknowns are rearing their ugly head right here.
And what do you tune to, right? There's the $1 million question. Do you tune to the very bottom? Or do you got to be thinking about later on in the race? It's a short race, and these guys aren't planning on coming down pit road once, maybe twice. So you're not going to have much opportunity to work on it. Which direction do you really want to go when it comes to adjustments?
Yeah, you mentioned how short this race is. You see right there, working lap 39, just 27 to go in stage number 1. Look who's coming in the 07. It's Kyle Larson making his presence known, riding off board.
Larson's in the
sweep.
07 truck tonight. He's in 13th. He started in 11th, so really hasn't been doing much tonight. But
here twice. Larson trying to do that.
Just trying to get the triple. It's hard to do at Bristol, though.
So close and restart away. That's exactly
I mean, I know somebody who did it twice, but not everybody is
Chandler
that
Smith
guy.
continues to lead. Tyler Ankrum, 210 laps to go here at the world's fastest half mile.
I failed at everything I set out to do.
She says she saw him in the flesh.
Do you think I'm lying? I'll never pay for all I've done.
Ooh!
The
Ooh!
future is open to us all.
Things got squirrely there.
Right now, get Fox Nation for just $2.99 a month. Sign up and start streaming today.
Welcome to Truck Country, where sweat becomes fuel, bumpers become bruisers, and pedals become pedestals. Where a future is written, one lap at a time, and burned into history. Welcome to the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series.
Your new bike is officially protected by America's #1 motorcycle insurer. You can now safely go wherever the wind takes us.
That's right.
It was one of those books that smelled bad, but in a good way, you know? Oh. Didn't think this through, did you? No?
Damn! Damn!
The owner and I aren't on speaking terms. Apparently,
Crafton, what are you doing?
Okay. It's not okay.
They're getting intense here.
We're the pros that know how to make your business our business. Pros everywhere you need us, with every part you need. From brake pads to stock your shop in Orange County, California,
Brake pads.
to oil filters for your fleet in Orange County, Florida. It's why we built a nationwide network of parts and exceptional service, all driven by one mission: to keep businesses big, small, and everything in between moving full speed ahead.
Saturday on FS1, we've got the Bronx Bombers. We've got the boys in the Bay. And oh yeah, we've got the reigning MVP. Aaron Judge leads the Yankees against the Giants. Saturday at 3 Eastern on FS1.
Great battles all over the racetrack, and you saw it all on Side by Side. Welcome back to Bristol Motor Speedway. We've kept our eyes all over the place, but Kyle Larson in the 07 and Corey Day, his protege, have had a great battle, and Kyle just picking them off one at a time. Ninth now, he's got his sights set on Hemrick. We're talking about the HendrickCars.com trucks. 3 of them look identical. Who's Spidey? You're Spidey.
Really confusing. I can tell you. I wish they had a little bit different paint job just to help us all out here a little bit.
Maybe a different door number or something.
They try with the colors. Like, see, Larson has the
Caution.
yellow numbers on top to try to help the spotters. You see the red on the 7 and the caution.
Oh, big crash.
Second time we have a couple trucks around.
A 98 to 33.
Ty Majeski and
Ty
Frankie
Majeski.
Muniz, just
Muniz
in the middle
involved.
of 3 and 4.
Frankie was struggling, getting lapped, and I don't know if Majeski...
I think the trucks are like stuck together or some shit.
So you think they're talking to each other?
They're door to door.
Well, Ty Majeski was 3rd at the time of this, and we were just watching it on Side by Side. They were all splitting every which direction around Frankie Muniz. He was back in 33rd.
Oh, Stuart Friesen with heavy damage.
Oh.
Most of his
Stuart Friesen's got damage.
hood is missing on the left front.
There's a lot of trucks got
Tony in there too. Wow, this is a lot of contact.
Tony Breidinger was involved.
I saw a little damage on Breidinger's truck too.
Oh wow, we didn't see what started it, but there's a lot of them.
Oh. Jones is involved.
Let's listen to Ty Majeski's radio.
I thought he was going to stay frickin' top. I don't know what he was doing. He, like, blocked the outside. I don't know.
Ty Majeski is having to get out of his truck in between the 2 trucks. He's having to sit on Frankie Muniz's truck just to get out of his truck. Jesus Christ.
See if we can get another view of this mess. Look at that. Four trucks just wadded up there.
And that's Bristol too, right? As soon as something goes wrong, there's nowhere to go, right? You're going so fast, you can't check up and get out of the way, and a lot of trucks got torn up, and obviously we still haven't seen the start of this one, but there's a...
Sounded like Majeski felt like Frankie went up, it was up top and didn't stay up there. Thought he was going to stay up top.
And we know, Ty Majeski, like we said, he was running third. He's fast. He was lapping, the slower truck there.
So Ty Majeski will be done for the night.
Anticipate where someone's going, because you're catching them at such a quick rate. Where am I going to go? I don't want to lose my momentum. And when someone doesn't go where you expect them to go, then all of a sudden you're like, oh, and the hole closes up very quickly, and you get caught up in this mess. And unfortunately for four trucks, they got caught in it.
Defending series champion Ty Majeski is out of this one for this incident at the front of the pack.
Join the more than 7 million adults.
Frankie Muniz is staying in his truck until they detach Majeski trucks from his truck. I don't know if that means that he's done or if he's going to try to continue.
I'm Maria, and this is what my Ozempic era looks like. I'm lowering my A1C, and I lost some weight too. I also learned some people take Ozempic to lower the risk of major cardiovascular events like stroke, heart attack, or death, and others take it to lower the risk of worsening chronic kidney disease.
Don't share needles or pens or reuse needles. Don't take if you or your family had MTC, MEN2, or if allergic to it. Stop taking and get medical help right away if you get a lump or swelling in your neck or any of these allergic reactions. Tell your provider if you plan to have surgery or a procedure, are nursing, pregnant,
Frankie Muniz's truck has refired and he will remain in the race.
Gallbladder or severe stomach problems, or changes in vision. Call your prescriber if you have any of these symptoms. Taking with a sulfonylurea or insulin may raise low blood sugar risk. Common side effects include nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, stomach pain, constipation. Some side effects lead to dehydration, which may worsen kidney problems.
Just gave up 2 runs to the fucking White Sox.
GLP-1 with the most FDA-approved uses.
Dr. Rick, we are thinking sandwiches again for lunch. What should I put you down for?
Oh, boundaries. They can be tough for young homeowners turning into.
We might not get restarted before the end of the stage.
Or Reuben. They're known for their.
Remember, when the door closes, so does the conversation.
Oh yes, gotcha. Okay. Looks like the soup of the day is tomato bisque.
Progressive can't protect you from becoming your parents, but we can protect your home and auto when you bundle with us.
I could go tuna melt. If you want to go Reuben, we could do a mix and match.
Check it out.
He showed up with Pizza Hut's Cheesy Bites Pizza. It is A game. Slicing through the lane. Feeding the post. Best delivery guy ever. Peter Zahat. The Cheesy Bites Pizza. And new Ranch Lovers Flight. Get it on the Pizza Hut app.
Some folks are drawn to open country.
There's about a 6-minute, 45-second green flag run there, though.
Roar of a high-performance exhaust. And some
sorry,
like
7
both.
minutes.
We call them family.
Business is always in motion. You need a mobility partner that listens and adapts, with solutions customized for the short term and the long haul. Because business as usual isn't the usual anymore. Enterprise for lives in drive.
Welcome back to Bristol Motor Speedway. While we were under caution, we have found some video evidence of the wreck that just took place with Ty Majeski and Frankie Muniz. And yeah, we're gonna let this roll here. They are, where are they at here? They're up back here. Yeah. As you go into the corner here, you see the bottom. There is Ty Majeski gets in the back of Frankie, anticipating him to go.
Oh yeah, then they just bammed into each other.
The interesting thing here is Ty Majeski thought he was going to stay in the bottom even after he started spinning him out, which a couple decisions that didn't go his way ultimately ended his race and a few others. So, like Ty said, he thought he was going to go up the racetrack, so he drives it off in the corner. The closing rate was pretty fast, right? Like Ty was quite a bit faster than Frankie was, and yeah, when you anticipate wrong, there's going to be contact, and then he anticipated wrong again and went up the racetrack instead of the bottom and tore up a few.
Well, and we talked about at the opening how fast things happen here, and that's exactly what went down there. Ty made a decision, turned out not to be the proper one at that point in time, but things happen fast at Bristol.
It's part of race car driving. You know, like you don't have time to think about it and talk about it. You got to just react off of what you think is best, and sometimes it doesn't go your way, and you go back and you learn, and you know, you try to figure it out for next time. But that's a unique scenario that doesn't happen very often.
It's Ty Majeski's first DNF in the last 20 races. Well, tomorrow, catch reigning AL MVP Aaron Judge as he leads the Yankees against the Giants. That's at 3 p.m. Eastern on FS1.
So I think we'll get just a few laps.
So back here at Bristol, 190
maybe about 3 laps to go when we go back green.
Hey,
maybe even just 2.
Right. Talking about Major League Baseball. Looks a little different from overhead here in the booth. It's the Speedway Classic coming up here in August. That is going to be a lot of fun. Michael, I know you were just over at Reds.
And I will be streaming that game.
Announcement happened back in August. You see the renderings here, what it's going to look like, Joey. This was so
Speedway
cool.
Classic.
We had Chipper Jones out there, Ross Chastain, Chase Elliott, Kevin Harvick there. Everybody's excited. They're like, how in the world is this going to work? It's happening. They're taking down walls. They're rebuilding this whole infield for the Speedway Classic coming up.
And they already know it's going to be a classic already. Just like that, the inaugural event, we're calling it a classic. So it's going to be a special day. And it just goes to show, right, Bristol Motor Speedway, the last great Coliseum. One of the coolest venues you can come to.
Imagine seeing a walk-off at Bristol.
Obviously, every sport wants to be inside this amazing facility.
Yeah, we had a big football game here. Now we're going to have baseball, Major League Baseball, at the Glass Great Coliseum. Marcus Smith and his team do such a great job of being innovative and doing fun things here at Bristol. Really looking forward to it. And speak of innovation, we have some takers on pit road. We're mixing those things up. Like you said, Joey, this race will get flipped upside down because we've had some takers already.
Yeah, and it's an interesting place we're in here. 4 to go to the end of the stage. Yeah, I'm not exactly sure exactly how this is supposed to play out. I think a few of them are looking to flip.
So Caden Honeycutt in 13th was the first to pit on lap 60. Parker Kligerman, Bailey Curry, Tanner Gray, Gio Ruggiero.
Are we gonna get back going?
Corey Heim, all pitted.
And we're gonna choose to go back racing here for a little dash to the end of the
It'll be a 2-lap shootout.
Couple laps for a stage win. This is an intense, you know, kind of green-white checker, if you will. It's all out there for that playoff.
Let's hear from Ty Majeski.
Ty Majeski out early. Go ahead, but yeah, I don't know. I haven't seen a replay yet, but the 33 kind of came up off of turn 2, and I thought he was going to commit to the top. He kind of came up in front of the 18. By the time I realized he was going to go back to the bottom, I was already at my lifting point. You know as well as anyone, Todd, once you kind of at that lifting point, you're kind of in no man's land, so I just couldn't stay off of the 33 there. Just, yeah, you know, just unpredictable. So disappointed. Really fast Soda Sense Ford F-150. Thought we would have had a chance to win, you know, maybe after an adjustment or two. So disappointed, but yeah, we'll move on to Texas. Ty Majeski out early.
All right.
It's been a consistent season for Ty Majeski. Joe Shear, their worst finish, 13th. Last race at Martinsville. Silver Group, they'll be back.
Here we go.
Absolutely.
Chandler Smith on the outside, Tyler Ankrum on the
Back
inside.
green.
Wayne Briggs, Ben Rhodes behind.
2 laps.
Green flag is in the air once again. Short sprint to the end of the stage.
Just great launches by those outside trucks. We saw Smith really do his job there on that restart.
Coming to the final lap of the stage. And Chandler Smith has the lead.
Final lap of stage number 1. Chandler Smith, Ben Rhodes. Out of turn 4, Chandler Smith.
And Chandler Smith is going to win stage 1 at Bristol.
Picks up stage win number 1, gets those 10 bonus points.
So it was about a 35-second green flag run there for the stage, but I'm going to go outside and smoke, and I'll be back for the start of stage 2.
That young man, that 35, 38, that's fast.
The NASCAR Cup Series is red, ready, and roaring on FS1. Great. There are heroes and villains. You know I beat your favorite driver again, pushing machines to the limit. Unleashing emotions that can't be contained. The NASCAR Cup Series from Bristol on FS1.
At Napa, we're the pros that know how to make your business our business. Pros everywhere you need us, with every part you need. From brake pads to stock your shop in Orange County, California,
Brake pads.
to oil filters for your fleet in Orange County, Florida. It's why we built a nationwide network of parts and exceptional service, all driven by one mission: to keep businesses big, small, and everything in between moving full speed ahead.
We're here at Blackberry Friday, where everyone wants the unique taste of new Dr. Pepper Blackberry.
Full Dr. Pepper!
The sweet blackberry flavor.
It's the most succulent taste I've ever tasted!
Attention shoppers, hurry up, it's delicious.
Yoink! Hi, thanks for coming. Have a one-of-a-kind day.
Hurry and try new Dr. Pepper Blackberry.
It's a pepper thing!
Alex Palou looks to continue his perfect season as the IndyCar Series pulls into Long Beach, Sunday at 4:30 Eastern on Fox. Welcome to the fastest racing on Earth.
The road to greatness is paved in moments. Set a test of will, outlast. Nothing is impossible and overcome.
Are you kidding me?
With determination unwavering still.
I'm best in the world.
How will your story be told?
This is our mountain.
Because those who shine bright glimmer in gold. The road to WrestleMania, streaming live on Peacock.
On behalf of IBEW Local 43 Union Electricians and Nika Contractors, we are pleased to partner with Syracuse University in providing our members with an opportunity to enhance their education at this great university.
Syracuse University's partnership with the IBEW will provide talented students the opportunity to advance their careers while shaping the future of the electrical trades and the industries they serve.
Central New York's future is bright, and the IBEW Local 43 and NECA will continue to help light, power, and grow Central New York.
The racing community lost a dear friend this week. Everyone in the garage knew John Edwards. And unsurprisingly, John Edwards knew and cared for everyone. For over 30 years, John was a staple to the NASCAR family. Working with Jeff Gordon since Jeff's second season in the Cup Series, John quickly became his right-hand man, standing tall right next to Jeff for every race and every iconic moment of his career. But more importantly, it was John's friendship that we will remember most. The smile, the compassion, the way he called everyone by their last name. John was not just a member of the NASCAR family, but also ours here at Fox for 6 years, helping make possible some of the most memorable moments we had on air, before returning to HMS to work with not only Kyle Larson, but help lead all of Team Hendrick's endeavors in the Cup Series. John's impact on the sport, the drivers, and all of us will live on forever. Cheers, Edwards. And we welcome you back to Bristol Motor Speedway. It's been a rough week in our community, and losing John was certainly a shock for so many. And he worked right alongside that man right there, Kyle Larson. I was just talking to John on Saturday about Kyle's plans for the Indy 500 double. He was kind of heading up all that, but I mean, he's been here for over 30 years. I mean, the things that he did, that he was part of, he made our lives easier as reporters and broadcasters.
Yeah, every time I walked up to him, he had a smile on his face, and we always shared a laugh. And that's what I remember most about Edwards.
Yeah, and the community, you know, that I love so much here in NASCAR, playing things like this, remembering the legacy of Edwards, the things that he's given to our sport. It's so nice to see everyone appreciate that and show some love, right? And you're going to see that all weekend from not just the Hendrick group, but you're going to see that through the whole garage area. And thoughts and prayers obviously go out to his family.
Certainly a tremendous loss.
When you're sitting on a set of new tires, that's a good feeling for a driver.
Yeah.
I've heard some talk, Joey, that maybe guys that don't necessarily need stage points.
Let's see, Hemrick being the first one to take here.
He's got the win. Here comes Jake Garcia along behind him.
Making their way toward you, Josh.
Let's start with the 19 of Daniel Hemrick. His truck was getting freer as that run went along. Take a look at this stop. They said it's going to take a little bit longer because they want to make a big swing because this is going to be the only one, hopefully, for them. So they want to make sure they get it right, guys.
Well, I like this strategy. So the only one, that means they're going to pit here and they're going to the end of the race. So, you know, here you see him, he's going to get his 4 tires. There's only a couple trucks on pit road. Good news, bad news, right? Because you're going to be in the very back here, but that means the whole field is going to have to pit at some point and you will cycle up forward. Bad news is your tires will be old by then. So I like the strategy because he wasn't towards the front. He was struggling with his truck. Fix it up. And then you kind of go for it. You got the win.
That's exactly right. I talked to his crew chief, Josh Graham. He said the same thing. We've got that win now. We can try things, do things that maybe we couldn't have a week ago. We'll drop the green flag for stage number 2 coming up next.
Hey, get off your... Show off. Mountain.
Put the work in.
Mommy, I have to go potty. You gotta do it, please.
Oh. So, what's next?
Craftsman. What you build, builds you.
Put the work in.
The warm-up, beginning of the off-season was about 2.5 hours every day. It's boring, it's mundane, but it's what it takes.
I've seen some starters take 25 minutes to get ready to throw. I've never seen anything like that.
Everything takes patience. There's no instant gratification.
I mean, his routine is boring because it's the same every day. But I'll 100% take boring all day long.
He's throwing 100. It doesn't even look like he's trying.
Brilliance for me is patience, and a lot of the time it's boring. But greatness is boring.
Come on, let's go. Get off your...
Touchdown! Woo! Mountain!
Don't know about you, this time feels kind of better.
Welcome back. I will be reducing the scholarship program from 5 places to 3.
Go out like a legend. It's a party.
Wildlife alert. It's outer science. The last episode before the finale will keep you guessing.
This is not an even playing field.
Until the very end.
Her heart rate is actually a sign of her starvation.
Extracted. All new 2 hours Monday on Fox.
NASCAR is returning to the historic Rockingham Speedway for 2 days of racing you don't want to miss. Friday, April 18th, the Black's Tire 200. See the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series in person. Then a doubleheader on Saturday, April 19th. First, Arkham
that was the leaderboard, Ben. It's been pretty good. It's actually been pretty quicker than my
make his big return as he races in
broadcast.
the Xfinity Series.
But then, during the 2-lap
races
shootout to the end of the stage, it actually didn't even change to green at all.
The NASCAR
It's weird.
community is mourning the loss of Shiggy Hattori. He lost his life
What's up, Daniel
Sunday
Barry?
in an auto accident. Shiggy moved to the United States from Japan to pursue his dream of racing, competing twice in the Indy 500 and winning 2 Indy Next races. He later moved to NASCAR and was an owner in both trucks and Xfinity, winning 14 truck races in the 2018 championship with driver Brett Moffitt. Shiggy Hattori will be missed. For more, let's send it down to Todd.
Yeah, thank you, Jamie. Yeah, Shiggy came to the NASCAR world as a race car driver and came to Germain Racing and was my teammate there. And, you know, even though he didn't make a big hit as a driver, he made a big hit in this garage area as a person. He was such a people person. Everybody he came in contact with, they became his best friend. And he was a great guy with a great sense of humor, and we all are going to miss him dearly.
Yeah, and the crew chief for Corey Heim, Scott Zipadelli, was his crew chief for 7 years. And he just said, I mean, you just light up when you talk about him, but he said never once did Shiggy ever question why they bought something, why they needed something, what pit move he made. They let them run the team, and they won that championship, and that was certainly a highlight for Shiggy Hattori. Here we go. As the drivers approach the Echo Park Automotive restart zone, be Chandler Smith once again on the outside. Ben Rhodes this
All right,
time
back green.
starting on the front row. 173 laps left to go here at Bristol.
Man, Ben Rhodes just hard to get through the gears on that bottom lane, and you see the bottom be able to roll through 1 and 2 pretty good, but gosh, he lost so much distance to the leader.
Look at him stacking up there for second position. Ben sliding up the hill as Chandler drives off.
I mean, 1 lap, he is checked out.
The top, oh, got a spinner.
Oh, the 71's around.
Ruth goes around.
Raja brings out the caution.
I guess that's what happened, but man, it was really early where he started spinning out.
There's about a 29-second green flag run there.
Sometimes that, if it's on the straightaway, maybe changing lanes or trying to, hold your position, but the spotter saw it definitely as Caden Honeycutt just turned Raja around.
Well, we'll have to wait and see here what happened.
Raja back in 8th.
See him coming off of turn 4.
Well, I'm going to have to say that that little push there was it.
You know, like he didn't hit that inside wall.
Very rarely are you going straight down the front straightaway and have enough momentum to do that to someone, but that's exactly what happened. See if you can see what, maybe Raja didn't get off the corner as good as Caden thought. Caden's got somebody right in the back of him. Corey Hump's pushing him. You see that?
Yeah, it just looked like Raja was not going off the... He's on the straightaway. He should be wide open there, and it looked like just they were going faster. But it doesn't seem like it makes any sense that they were going faster at that point. Like, it almost makes you wonder, did he have an engine issue or something like that? It was a stumbling a little bit for them to just run all over the back of him in that part of the racetrack. Very odd.
71 truck looks clean. So we're under caution for the 4th time here at Bristol for this incident. 45 touches the 71 and away goes Raja.
Bipolar 1 can overwhelm your mind. Sometimes depressive lows and unpredictable highs can make it hard to get out of your head. Finding relief may help you break through. Ask about Vraylar. Some medicines only treat the lows or highs. Vraylar treats depressive, acute manic, and mixed episodes of bipolar 1 in adults. Proven full-spectrum relief for all bipolar 1 symptoms.
Vraylar isn't approved for elderly patients with dementia-related psychosis due to increased risk of death or stroke. Report changes in behavior or suicidal thoughts to your doctor. Antidepressants can increase these in children and young adults. Report fever, stiff muscles, or confusion, which may be life-threatening, or uncontrolled muscle movements, which may be permanent. High blood sugar, which can lead to coma or death, weight gain, and high cholesterol may occur. Difficulty moving, tremors, slow or uncontrolled body movements, restlessness and feeling like you need to move, sleepiness, nausea, vomiting, and indigestion are common. Side effects may not appear for weeks.
Vraylar. Breaking through to relief. Ask about Vraylar.
At Mothers, we appreciate the simple things. The life less complicated. That's the inspiration behind Mother's new California Gold ceramic line of products. The easiest way to clean, correct, and protect your way to a whole new level of deep, ceramic, glass-like clarity, superior hydrophobic protection, and head-turning shine. Mother's California Gold. Ceramic made simple. Give it that mother's love.
With 12 grams of protein in every serving, Quaker Protein Instant Oatmeal is there for active mornings, friendly competition, and big moves. Quaker, bring out the good.
Check it out. Pizza Hut's rippable, dippable, Cheesy Bites pizza in Ranch Lover's Flight with 3 flavors is a game changer. With 28 cheesy-filled bites, everyone's gonna be dunking it. The Cheesy Bites pizza in new Ranch Lover's Flight. Get it on the Pizza Hut app.
The average person would rather suffer through team-building exercises than look for insurance. The Zebra searches over 100 insurance companies for you to find savings no one else can. Room for one more? The Zebra. We do the searching, you do the saving.
You're seeing Skechers' famous glide step footwear everywhere. And now that famous design is available in hands-free Skechers slip-ins. Get the comfort and style of glide step now with the convenience of slip-ins with no bending down or touching your shoes. Try glide step Skechers slip-ins.
Welcome back to NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series Racing from Bristol on FS1, presented by Mother's High Performance Car Care. Josh.
An update on your leader, Chandler Smith, in the 38 truck. He came over the radio and said, hey, this is the balance I was looking for at Martinsville. This thing is absolutely dominant right now. If there's any complaints with it, he needs a little more front turn, but doesn't want to sacrifice the rear. But he told me earlier today, this is a special track for him. When he was 15, he made his second ever truck test here, ran 600 laps. So this kid has a lot of experience here, and we're seeing him put it all out on the track to work right now, Todd.
Yeah, just 99 of Ben Rhodes. He likes his truck in the middle of the racetrack. Believe it or not, it's way too tight when he gets down in that traction compound. So he likes his truck in the middle. Get this, guys, the 34 lane rigs, well, he likes his truck now. He thinks the racetrack's coming to him, and it's getting better every time they go green.
Well, like what I'm seeing and hearing.
When they loaded it up, when they left here with the trophy, that's what the track's getting to be like now. So that could be very much be the case. Saw something interesting there, Jamie. Ankrum went to the top. We've seen.
All right, getting ready to restart with Chandler Smith still in the lead.
The top line being faster, and I
Ben
think
Rhodes in second now.
Take advantage of that.
Well, either the top lane or Ben Rhodes. I don't know which part's the difference, but we'll see if it get a better restart.
Back green.
Here we go, 165 laps left to go. Chandler Smith once again leads them. Ben Rhodes solid in the 99. The 18, Tyler Ankrum. That's a truck that was really gets sideways. Here comes the 07, Kyle Larson.
Yeah, he's been moving up through the field on these restarts. He's been choosing well and having good restarts. This time he's going to lose a spot or two as he's trying to get going here. And it's none of his fault. It's just he's a little trapped. There's a 3 wide in front of him.
That is dangerous. Dicey.
So the first 2 trucks have not pitted. Bailey Curry in the 44 did pit.
Corey Heim is pitted, and he's made his way up to battle for a top 5 position.
Hey, there you see it. Laps on tires. Corey Heim only 26 versus 87.
Larson slipping down there on the bottom. That first stage was uncharacteristic for that 11 truck. We haven't seen him lose that many positions all year long, but it looks like whatever they did to that truck, he likes it now.
Yeah, he's just trapped. You see him. He's got tires. He's got a fast truck right now because he's got a tire advantage. Now he's able to roll the outside of lane rigs, possibly.
Being told that the 11 team thought they had a right rear going down that first run.
Well, that would make sense the way he ran. He's not able to make any ground on the outside there versus Tanner Gray in the 15 truck.
Well, we know how it is, right? If you're going to pass trucks, it's going to be in the first 5 laps maybe until that traction compound kicks in. Now it's kicked in, and look at the bottom's rolling. You got to get back down to the bottom. He's going to have a tight squeeze to get in here. Makes it happen.
End of the race at Martinsville. It was the 11 and the 45. 45 was behind Corey Heim. They got together, pushed Corey Heim up the racetrack, and his chances for the win went out the window. Of course, we know how that ended with a backflip in victory lane by Daniel Hemrick.
Grant Enfinger has scratched up to the 11th spot. Saw him make an early pit stop. Backing up what we said at the top of the show, strategy would be all over the place, and we're seeing that right now, Joey.
Oh yeah, the strategy for the leaders is not bad right now. At some point they're going to have to, they're probably going to run through stage 2, put their tires on there, and just run it to the end.
No, Jaden, I really don't.
There's going to be some that stay out.
I mean, you're talking about like tariffs or something, and like, I guess the Penske guys happen to be in the background, you know. Fucking, I don't understand, bro.
Get past that second stage. Saw the 75 of Parker Quigman on pit road in that last break, moving up towards the front. Here comes Heim to the bottom on Honeycutt.
Battle for 9th right here.
Joey, do you ever think we'll see him go all the way to the top? I mean, we've seen
What are you talking about,
Larson made some ground up there, but it's mainly been wrapping that bottom.
Yeah, I think and we've seen Larson try it, and that was a little earlier in the race, but there hasn't been many green flag laps since then. But when Larson was making...
No, isn't that Paul Wolf standing right next to him? That was really the only face I saw. Steve O'Donnell in the background and fucking Steve Phelps. I don't know, Jaden. What are you?
I think it's just an option to pass.
What are you going on about?
If it stays green, though, if we're able to run these next 32 laps out to the end of the stage, it's going to get closer to a point where maybe we can start moving up the racetrack and finding something.
You know what's crazy right now? The fastest lap that Kyle Larson ran was at lap 93, and he's on that many lap tires. Conversely, Bailey Curry ran his fastest lap on lap 90, and he's on newer tires. So these Goodyear tires aren't falling off, is my point.
That's a solid point there.
Thank you, Joe. Why am I Mikey and you're Joseph all of a sudden? I don't understand.
I don't know. We're getting old.
Yeah, we're
changing up.
Wearing glasses in the booth, Joey.
Joey, you're
Drop
getting...
the water,
You asked
just
me
joke.
to, okay?
I know. It was
Joey, you're getting old. I got old.
Yeah.
There's a battle for second position. I love what I'm seeing out of Bailey Curry. He always shows speed up here in the top 5 at Bristol. That's a great run for him.
And there it is, right? He's moving up the racetrack. He's found something, and that tells me that traction compound's taking rubber. It's starting to get a little clumped up.
So, Jaden, what are you fucking on about?
It's still the preferred lane. Boy, there's starting to be options, and that's what you want as a race car driver is, can I move around the racetrack and find a way around the truck in front of me? Bailey Curry's doing a good job trying to find that right now. This is where Bristol gets a lot of fun, right? Going through lap traffic, looking at different lanes, looking at different options, and trying to make these passes. It's where it becomes a lot of fun. It takes 25, 30 laps, I think, for the track to just get perfect to where it becomes, I think most drivers, one of their favorite racetracks.
You know, I like what I'm seeing out of Curry here. He knows he can go up there and bump Bakewood, but he didn't do it. He also went into turn 1 and tried to enter a little higher, lost some ground there, went to the bottom. So he's using all the tools.
Is Jaden high on drugs?
Get this position. This is a good run for Tony. She's currently 21st on the lead lap, very competitive in this track contract. I saw her earlier, and I thought she got involved in that, scraped up in that wreck or not a little bit, but you can see that truck is clean. She's having a good run.
Tony Breidinger running full-time. She ran here in an Arkham and Art Series car. But that's all her experience here. As you see the 44 Bailey Curry continuing here. You know, Bailey's not in this truck full-time. And I know when he's not in it, he is right there with his team. He is backing them, giving them any kind of feedback that he can get. Just makes you hungrier, though, when you get that opportunity to get behind the wheel.
And, you know, I think of Bailey Curry, I think of Caden Honeycutt. I mean, they're both young, inexperienced racers that impress me every time they get the chance to go out there and compete. Bailey, like you said, part-time, Caden all the time, but really quality young racers, honing their craft, getting better every time they get a lap on the track.
Talk about the Nice Motorsports trucks. I was thinking Carson Hosebar. Obviously, graduated, moved up to the Cup Series. He's going to be right here in the booth. He'll be the Joseph next Friday night from Rockingham. Yes, it's Easter weekend. Cup is off, but we'll be racing trucks. 5:30 on FS1 Friday night. Looking forward to that.
You see that run? Caden Honeycutt to the top there. Try that out.
Every week he's running inside the top 10.
I tell you about watching the lap time too. Bailey Curry, he's the fastest truck on the racetrack right now. He's running down the leader. I don't know if he'll get there in time to make something happen because he's lost a lot of just track distance trying to work his way through the field, but definitely a truck that Chandler Smith's going to be a little worried about.
What a race for Chandler Smith, huh?
He is checking out, but I'll tell you, I've been watching Larson. He hasn't really gone anywhere this run.
We didn't have the greatest of restarts, and he's really just settled there at fifth. And remember, these trucks, as he's getting pressured right now from Matt Crafton, these guys haven't been down pit road yet, and they haven't even got to work on their trucks yet from when they unloaded them out of the trailer. They haven't even practiced, so this is a whole new thing. They haven't had the opportunity to work on it, and I'm sure Larson's like, man, can we fit at some point so we can, you know, make the adjustments that we need so I can maybe go up there and try to win it.
And Matt Crafton, who just went around, he hasn't pitted yet either.
I love what Matt Crafton's doing. The veteran is getting it done. Raced up to the top 5, just put it on Kyle Larson. That had to feel really good for Matt Crafton.
Well,
88.
Honeycutt's doing the same thing right now.
Yeah, Crafton's up into 5th. Larson's in, just got battling Honeycutt for 7th. Just got passed by Honeycutt, yeah. Larson's slowing.
And he's just bleeding spots.
What are they saying, Todd?
Yeah, guys, you talked about Kyle running up at the top earlier. Well, he went to the bottom because his truck got way too tight. He thought that the traction compound would help that thing turn better, but you're right, guys, it has gone away on him.
Wow. He he is wicked slow right now. It just makes me think it's not just tight. He has worn the tires off of this thing, and if I'm him at this point, I got to be assuming there's cords, right? There's cords on the tires. There's no more rubber left, and you're hoping that you don't blow a right front tire and get to the end of the stage. 13 laps is a long ways.
We were talking to guys in the garage area, and they were worried about tire wear, and that's why we had the competition caution, and that's why we thought guys would have pitted before now, but that's not the case. And Chandler Smith, not one trip to pit road in his truck is magic.
Well, when they're turning good and doing everything you want, that's definitely shows that their speed, but right behind him and caught up to him, that's Bailey Curry. He is there, and he's got 11 laps to make it happen.
That traffic, when Chandler Smith didn't have the option just to run the bottom, it slowed him way down, and you can see Bailey Curry is all over him.
Here comes the pass, possibly. He's going to open up the top for him. He's going to take the top, and he's going to try to go 3 wide with this lap truck and split him.
Battle for the lead. Bailey Curry on the outside. 9 laps to go in stage number 2. Look at all the lap traffic.
Lane Riggs is off the pace.
I think these trucks, Michael, these trucks are tanking. I think they're all on the cords. Their tires are falling off, and they're just trying to make it to the end, and at this point, stay on the lead lap.
Let's listen to Lane Riggs' radio.
I'll be the first to know if I'm the driver on that, but he's not going to be able to stay on the lead lap. That's the leader on the outside of Lane Riggs. Last time's winner here at Bristol. You look at that thing, is just not turning.
Lane Riggs down at 20th now, 1 lap down. He too, one of those drivers that has not come down pit road.
Dawson Sutton is now currently in the free pass, so he won't get that position either.
Meanwhile, Bailey Curry leads this race up front at Bristol.
Boy, just crazy things happening right now. You see Larson, he's back to 10th, trying to hang on. Lane Riggs back to 21st, 1 lap down. You know, this is what happened. NASCAR gave them the opportunity to pit plenty of times. None of these guys took the opportunity, and they're paying the price just with 5 to go.
4 cautions tonight.
Don't you just love Bristol? You never know what's going to happen here. We found there's a bunch of short runs. We get one long run, and people's strategy is all out the window.
The weather had a different plan. It rained earlier today. Nobody got out on track. Everybody is overthinking their setup and strategy. And here we are. Bailey Curry continues to lead over Chandler Smith, who led the most laps so far tonight at 113 laps. Ooh, a little contact there. Corey Day and Grant Enfinger in the 9 truck. These two can't shake each other.
Yeah, they've been racing back and forth pretty much this whole run, and you see Ingram right in front of them.
Oh.
Corey Heim.
Thought about using the bumper there on the 18 of Ingram.
Kate Honeycutt all back.
All right, coming to the final lap of the stage.
On the final lap of stage number 2.
Look at this mess. These guys all fighting to stay on the lead lap, or at least 1 down.
And he does it. Bailey Curry.
Bailey Curry wins stage 2. Wow.
First career stage win.
That's crazy.
Job well done, strategy well done for Bailey Curry. We'll be back for pit stop.
So I'll be back for the start of the final stage. I'm going to go outside and smoke.
We got the Bronx Bombers. We got the boys in the Bay. And oh yeah, we've got the reigning MVP. Aaron Judge leads the Yankees against the Giants. Saturday at 3 Eastern on FS1. Welcome to Truck Country, where sweat becomes fuel, bumpers become bruisers, and pedals become pedestals. Where a future is written, 1 lap at a time, and burned into history. Welcome to the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series.
To me, lawn service is a scam.
There's no lawn service for you.
Unfortunately, I don't trust them very much because I don't know what they're putting down.
Nobody's going to pay attention to your lawn like you do.
It's the whole point of owning a home is that you maintain your own lawn.
We've taken care of this lawn from day one. I take pride in it, and when people tell me it looks good, it makes me feel even better.
Do you use a lawn service?
Absolutely not. I have you.
I know what I'm putting down. I put Scott's down. I'm putting down great product.
That's new. Join me, my friend.
What are you doing?
We are living la vida loca.
Oh,
Do you mean la dolce vita? Hmm?
is this your idea?
Enjoy the intense flavor of Lavazza Dolce Vita.
That's it. Is this Las Vegas?
Yes.
I'm confused.
That is good.
Hey, grab more delectables. You know, that lickable cat treat.
Delickable delectables.
Yes. Just hurry.
Must be delicious.
Delectables, lickable treat. Deliciously delectable delectables.
Pause for the facts. Susie here is shopping for a used car, but she doesn't know that nearly half of them have been in an accident.
Interesting.
But Carfax.com shows how accidents impact price, so she doesn't have to overpay. Unpause. Shop the all-new Carfax.com.
Saturday, the stars of the NASCAR Cup Series take to the track at 2 p.m. Eastern on Prime, and the NASCAR Xfinity Series battles at Bristol at 5 p.m. Eastern on the CW.
The motorsports family lost one of the most well-respected and highly decorated auto racing journalists this week. Al Pierce wrote about every significant racing champion across all forms of motorsports for half a century. He was a veteran of the U.S. Army and the Vietnam War. He covered 56 consecutive Daytona 500s. He wrote 13 books and many, many other accomplishments. Al Pierce was 82. And we welcome you back to Bristol Motor Speedway. 116 laps to go. Chandler Smith has led the most laps tonight at 113. Bailey Curry with a great showing so far tonight. 14 laps led. Daniel Hemrick with 8.
You know, we talked about Dawson Sutton getting the free pass. Well, you can see Tony Breidinger in that 5 truck. She's ahead of Dawson. I watched them come to the line side by side. NASCAR must have determined that she will be the free pass as we come to pit road.
Pits are open. They're coming your way, Todd.
Yeah, the 18 Tyler Ankrum, like we've seen with most of these guys tonight, the truck went tight when those tires wore out. Going to free it up a little bit. Bailey Curry, our leader, he's loving his truck. Says just a little bit tight at the end of that run, putting 4 tires on it. He's going to stay up front with it. Josh?
A similar story for Chandler Smith in the 38. Too tight on throttle towards the end of that run. They're going to make a track bar adjustment to help him out. And moving ahead to the 11 of Corey Heim. He said that truck was a little tight, but not too bad. The 11 team saying they are one adjustment away from having the truck they really want. A dangerous notion for this team, Davey.
Yeah, no doubt. They're going to make their adjustment here. Could just be air pressure, but maybe that's all they will need. We know what they do when they turn it on. Oh, there's the adjustment there for Corey Heim. Raja Karu stayed out.
Stacey Curry off pit road.
Chandler Smith, Corey Heim for the race off pit road. We'll be back for the remainder of Bristol Motor Speedway. Stay with us.
Hey, get off your... Show off. Mountain!
Put the work in.
Mommy, I have to go potty.
You gotta do it, please.
Oh.
So, what's next?
Craftsman. What you build, builds you. Sadly, windshield chips can turn into windshield cracks. But at least you can go to SafeLight.com and schedule a fix in minutes.
Sweet.
SafeLight can come to you for free. And our highly trained techs can replace your windshield right at your home.
Safe Flight, Safe Flight.
Don't wait. Go to safelight.com and schedule now.
Safe Flight Repair, Safe Flight Replace.
Sunlight is a powerful thing. Pets know. And so does Purina. That's why 100% of Purina's power comes from solar and wind investments to help make the food that powers your pet. Purina cares here and here. The world is in constant motion, and you have places to go. Enterprise has more vehicles and locations than anyone, so you can get just the kind of vehicle you need, when and where you need it. Enterprise, for lives in drive.
To me, lawn service is a scam. There's no lawn service for you.
Unfortunately, I don't trust them very much because I don't know what they're putting down.
Nobody's going to pay attention to your lawn like you do.
It's the whole point of owning a home is that you maintain your own lawn.
You've taken care of this lawn from day one.
I take pride in it, and when people tell me it looks good, it makes me feel even better.
Do you use a lawn service?
Absolutely not. I have you.
I know what I'm putting down. I put Scott's down. I'm putting down a great product.
Hey, get off your...
Show off.
Welcome back to the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series, live from Bristol Motor Speedway, and presented by Mother's High Performance Car Care. Jamie Little, Michael Waltrip, Joey Logano with you, Taco Dine and Josh Sims on pit road. Todd, we heard about the tires, and Kyle Larson not happy. How are they looking?
Yeah, let me show you what the definition of a corded tire is. This is the front tires off of Kyle's truck. From here to the inside, no rubber. Obviously, the cords are shown. The left front half of this tire has no rubber, and the cords on the inside. That would kind of make a truck a little too tight.
Yep, and it showed, right? And that thing tanked, right? It just.
So we are past halfway. I don't think there's going to be any more rain tonight.
And you know what? That's okay. Like, we want Goodyear to build tires like this. This is a good thing. You want them to wear out.
So there was rain all day at Bristol.
Because then it hurts.
Honestly, I thought it was going to delay the race by at least a little bit,
the way we want
but it didn't. The race started at normal time. Rain ended around like 6:30. I'm pretty sure.
And what did the racers do? They just push those tires to their limit. You know, they had a competition caution, they had a stage break, they had other cautions. They could have pitted, but they wanted an advantage. They wanted to stay out on the racetrack and gain that advantage, but they wore their tires out. That's what racing's all about. Take care of your stuff and take chances. It's okay.
Well, speaking of chances, Raja Karut, he stayed out here, and I don't know how many laps he exactly has on his tires here, but you know he's able to get clean air on that truck. I like the call so far. It's a long ways to go on that set of tires, so we'll see what happens. But definitely a chance, Bailey Curry seeing the opportunity that he saw earlier to be able to take those tires all the way to a stage win.
He's got about 60 laps on those tires, Todd, or excuse me, Joey, but a lot of those laps are under cautions, and just for reference, on lap 120, just before the end of the stage, he ran his fastest lap of the race. So he likes this truck right now. Larson's got fresh tires. He could be a lot of fun to watch.
And now the tire wear for this second set of tires for these trucks is not going to be as bad. Right? Track's got some rubber in it. It's not going to wear out as much. That's what the...
All right, going green.
Roger is
the final stage.
Kyle Larson got a speeding penalty there. So did the 70.
Green flags in the air.
Raja Karut will lead him here.
109 laps to go.
On the inside.
Great Bailey Curry. First time we've seen someone on the bottom be able to hang through the gears, and now they're going to drag race down the back straightaway.
Watch this 11 truck. We've seen him be...
So Rajat Karuth is to the lead after his spin earlier tonight.
One adjustment away from what he wanted. He's right there on the leaders.
Raja Karut takes the lead.
Here comes Corey Heim for second, trying to get by Bailey Curry.
I know, Michael, you were keeping your eye on him. Turned some really good lap times. Last pitted now on lap 82. They stayed.
Ooh! Fucker.
Tanner Gray into 15 go.
Tanner Gray just went almost around.
There's that 38. Got him some fresh tires back in the top 10. See what he can do. We know he was a class of the field early in the race. Oh, rubbing his racing, and that's what they're doing.
And Chandler Smith, we've seen how fast he was. Lost a lot of spots on pit road there. Now he's trying to make those up. First time he's been in traffic all night.
Raja Karut, Bailey Curry, Corey Heim, Tanner Gray, Keenan Honeycutt. Your top five here as we have 104 laps to go at Bristol.
Ankrum wanted the bottom so bad and pitched him in there. That's such a risky move. You got to trust that guy on the bottom. And he's not going to run you up the racetrack there. But you can kind of see why. Earlier in the run, the bottom is activated. It's clean. And he wants to be there. And he's going to pinch the inside truck as much as he can to try to get back down.
Gio Ruggiero is trying to get that spot. Oh, Matt grabbed it with a little bump and run. Matt's got a fast truck, and he's not afraid to use it.
Chandler Smith there.
Back into the top 5 is Smith.
And we saw his ported tires as well. Wore them out. Let's see what he can do here after finally getting that pit stop and fresh tires.
You know, what I love about the trucks, Jamie, they're, Grant, you're not clear, and you look at that damage you get to the front of the 15. Gray's truck's going to lose that left front fender. That was tight. Well, that was more than tight. You ran into the wall.
Yeah, it's dinged in there pretty good. And that truck just doesn't seem like it's going fast right now. He had decent track position, but he's falling off very quickly.
See the 7 truck of Corey Day back there mired in traffic in 15. Larson in the 07 trying to make up some ground, guys. He had that speeding penalty.
Speeding on pit road last time in.
He doesn't have much time to get back through the field, right? We see it there, 100 laps to go. And not only you got to go to the back of the lead lap cars, you got to go to the tail end of the whole field. So you got to pass all the lap down trucks before you even start making any time up on the cars that are actually for position.
Round Luke Finhouse he goes.
So like it shows right now on the ticker, he is 16th. But he's got to pass all the trucks that are down laps to get to that point, which I think he already has.
Now he can try to start making some ground. You see the trip there, that's the Craftsman Triple Truck Challenge. Larson's going for a different trip. He wants to win all 3 races this weekend and sweep Bristol, but man, he's got a long way to go to get there.
Love that view from HenderCars.com. Ooh, contact there. Ben Rhodes hard into Tyler Ankrum.
Well, what happened there, Tyler Ankrum just slipped up a little bit, got a little bit high in that traction compound, and Ben Rhodes was there. And that's the difference is whistling a little bit of Bristol, losing that momentum, and then boom, the leader, or the trailing car that was right behind you will be right all over you.
Tanner Gray has been able to find some speed. He's still inside the top 10 in that 15 truck. But look at the damage to the front of it. He's doing a great job. Even scrubbed that right front. See the letters on the Goodyear tire off. Squeeze plate was put on him. Joey, this is the part of the race that you really like. You get them spread out. You get some green flag runs going. You're really going to see who's got the truck to rise to the top. Raja's run some really fast laps, but he's getting run down.
Well, the tires are starting.
Yeah, Bailey Curry running the second and catching Raja for the lead. Very impressive.
Curry did a good job at making passes by coming off the bottom.
On that second stage, his first ever stage win.
Catching lap trucks here pretty soon. The opportunity to pass Raja is going to be right there.
Never won a truck race or an Xfinity race or a cup race. Never won in the big top 3 series.
TWG Motorsports, they're one of the co-owners of Spire Racing, and they have racing all over the country this weekend. Dan Tauris and his wife.
Red Sox are embarrassing themselves right now. Oh, trouble. 5 truck. Tony Breidinger.
He was having such a good run on the lead lap, but this is going to.
So it was about a 5-minute green flag run there.
That brings out the 6th caution here. Oh, tough break. Got the lucky dog, got back on the lead lap. So now what do we do?
We stay out.
Yeah, when in doubt, stay out.
Ooh, I like that. That should be a song. I like that.
Take a look at what happened here. Stuart Friesen on the inside.
You know, Friesen's got some damage to that 52. Oh, no. She was having such a good run, too, on the lead lap, like I said. And into the outside wall she goes.
You see Stuart Friesen make a little correction on the entry, got a litho bit loose there, and came up out of that PJ, and just, there's really nothing Tony could have done there. She was
not at all
making her corner.
Guess who we're going to welcome back to the party, Jamie?
Mr. Riggs?
Lane Riggs is our free pass.
And put some tires on it, and
whoa,
here we go.
Can't wait to see what that trucker right there, Lane Riggs, can do.
Come on, let's go. Get off here.
Touchdown! Woo! Mountain Dew!
I wonder if this golf cart has hands-free driving. It didn't, but my Skechers slip-ins are completely hands-free. I just step in and they're on.
UFL Friday lights up prime time. Let's go. As the Memphis Showboats touchdown! Take on the Michigan Panthers. Holy cow! It's all part of the Fox Football Extravaganza. Next Friday night at 8 Eastern.
Check it out. At Planet Fitness, you can get free unlimited fitness training. Save when you join for just $1 down.
We're mixing it up.
We're not slowing down. I'm checking my form.
55 lifted 70.
We're just gonna keep showing up.
Showing up.
Save $28 or more when you join for just
It's
$1
hard here,
down,
right? 'Cause,
$15 a month. Cancel anytime. Deal ends Friday, April 11th. Planet Fitness. We're all strong on this planet.
Like in an instance like that, like
Chevy makes affordable vehicles that help you enjoy life. Get more for less in the Chevy Trax. Maximize every mile in the all-electric Equinox. And power through with the capable Colorado. Enjoy endless possibilities and your new Chevy. Current qualified lessees can get this 2025 Trax LT for around $279 a month. See your Central New York Chevy.
So we've just gone under 100 laps to go in this race. Under caution here for the 6th time tonight.
The authorized written consent of NASCAR Broadcasting. NASCAR would like to thank all of our fans for your support, and we hope you enjoyed today's broadcast.
Got Rajah Caruth in the lead right now.
Following
with
the
Bailey
Featherbank
Curry in
Truck Track action
second.
in Bristol tonight, it's NHRA 4 wide in Las Vegas. The first of 3 4-wide races for the NHRA Mission Cruise Drag Racing Series, and it's opening qualifying in the desert. You've been banging fenders all night. We're about to set Top Fuelers 4 wide.
Welcome back to the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series racing from Bristol. Happy to have you with us tonight. We're under caution for the 6th time. 86 laps to go. Rajah Caruth is your leader. Let's check in with Todd.
Yeah, Kyle Larson and crew chief Harold Hart decided to come in pit. They felt like, you know, what they saw with the tires and the drop off and the tread, the way it was wearing out, they felt like they just needed to come in. They didn't think at the end of the run, at the end of the race, they were going to have enough front tires left on that truck. So they put 4 tires on it.
There you have it. Well, I mentioned TWG Motorsports, who one of the owners of Spire Motorsports. What a busy weekend they have, and a very impressive racing portfolio. They own a team in Formula E, the Andretti IndyCar team. They have the newest F1 team that was recently announced that'll be on the grid starting next year. The owner, Dan Taurus, and his wife Cassidy are on the pit box right now. And Josh, they're racing from the East Coast to the West Coast this weekend.
Yeah, it's an exciting weekend for them, and I got a chance to catch up with Rajah Caruth before the race. And when he talked to me about Saturday, he said, I'm really excited for this. I'm going to get a chance to test out a Formula E car. I have no idea what to expect, but it's going to be a great experience, a great weekend all around for Spire Motorsports and TWG, of course. And in terms of this race tonight, obviously right now Rajah in the lead, but important to note that the 71 truck right now is 40 laps short on fuel, so they will have to pit again.
Unless they have a lot of cautions, and we've seen that before, but 40 is a lot to stretch it. They pitted on lap 62.
You were right, Mikey. You need my glasses?
Does that say 82 or 62?
That's 82.
The monitor's a little fuzzy, foggy, soupy.
I guess I'm trying to figure out why you wouldn't pit right there, and you're just hoping that you're either, one, going to get a bunch of cautions and make it, or two, you're going to have much newer tires when you do put them on?
I don't understand that quite either, being that many laps short.
Okay, I'm seeing Daniel Hemrick there, last race winner. He's back up to 7th. Remember, his truck had gone away handling. They were able to pick at those fresh tires. Now he's made up some good track position.
And our man Lane Riggs, he's back on the lead lap after those problems. A lot of good stories here. This thing's far from over.
There's Lane restarting back in 19th. Raja Caruth restarting here on the outside of Bailey Curry. They got Corey right
back
behind
green.
him.
83 to go.
A couple of stout trucks here tonight at Bristol.
3 wide behind him.
See Corey hiding there on the outside. He's going to try really hard to make this pass happen to Bailey Curry. He's going to squeak it down. What a move by Corey Hine to be able to get down into second place. Now he's in the catbird seat, just like that.
Look at Grant Enfinger looking up top, trying to make things happen.
Behind him, Kyle Larson making it 3 wide again, trying to break into the top 10. He had fallen outside the top 10 after that speeding penalty. You see him right there battling for 12th with Gio Ruggiero in the 17.
He's got those new tires, so you got to think maybe they're worth a little bit here as he's going to try to move his way through the field as quickly as possible. And if anyone's going to do it, Kyle Larson's going to make this strategy work for him.
Still there, all clear, 15 back it up here, still all clear. And then way up high, you see Grant Enfinger finish that 2024 season off on a strong note, and he is strong here tonight in Bristol.
They've been so good this season. What a difference a year makes. Second year with the team.
They just got better and better all last year, and that's carrying it over.
I feel like that's how he's been tonight, too, Michael.
See, here comes Chandler on the 45, trying to do something with Honeycutt.
It's crazy the differences, right? Chandler Smith was able to be up front, get all that clean air, get these big restarts, and all the fastest trucks haven't migrated all the way to the front yet. Everyone's got an opportunity to work on their trucks now. Has a bad pit stop, and he's just kind of stuck now, right? He's running 5th, 6th spot, throughout the first, this whole third stage so far. Hasn't really made up any time. He still looks strong, right? Obviously, he looks like he's moving forward. He has a truck that can probably go up there and lead. It's just getting there. That's the hard part.
Chandler Smith spent some time with them this morning, and he talked about this team. This deal came together last minute. He got the call in November and said, all right, I'm going to sign a contract with Front Row, but we don't know if it's going to be Cup or trucks. And he decided they're going truck racing, and I believe they hired their crew chief in mid-January, 2.5 weeks before Daytona. He assembled the guys, had a big hand in assembling the team. He said it was a huge learning experience, but they learned, they bonded, and guys, they have been running top 10 week in and week out, and they dominated tonight earlier.
And he is fast right now, too, making this move. Joey talked about how hard it is once you get mired back to make moves. But that 45 truck's been really fast all night, too, and he's putting him away.
He did a good job staying patient on the bottom, pressuring the 45 of Honeycutt to try to just wiggle him off the bottom a little bit to get his nose there, and was able to make that pass nice and clean, Bristol pass.
Those are rare, aren't they?
As the track gets wider, it's not as rare. But right now, looks like there's one lane.
Daniel Hemrick's picked up his pace, too. He's closed in on Honeycutt. Honeycutt just pulls away, so...
Daniel Hemrick had a little...
Heim is in second. Bailey Curry's still running third, though.
So much distance.
Raja still has the lead.
Those big corrections, you're like, oh, there goes two truck lanes.
How much of a timing racetrack?
I think Corey will catch Raja.
Get your rhythm. Is it a rhythm racetrack when you drive here, Joey?
Yeah, I mean, you're clicking off laps so fast, you kind of get going. You say, okay, my truck's working good on the bottom right now, or maybe I can make the top work a little bit. You kind of keep going back and forth, trying to find the right lines for you, and yeah, I mean, it's a bit of a rhythm.
Here, there's a little tension brewing between Jake Garcia in the 13 and Matt Crafton. Let's listen.
13, I was just 1 and then second. And I'm sorry I didn't get to him on the third. I've been knocked. Gotta go block. Your teammate or not. Copy that. Relay message.
You want me to let him around me? Of course he wants you to pull over and let him go. But don't do it. Don't give in. Don't throw a stupid block, but you were doing what you had to do because 17, so he bumps you, he got back at you. He drove away.
Teammates, Michael.
Yeah, as a former team owner, that's kitchen.
Damn.
That's the stuff
Yeah.
you don't want to have to deal with as a team owner. These guys are battling at Bristol, and
They're not happy with each other, Jake Garcia and Matt Crafton.
With it, and he felt like he got held up by the 13. It looks like Jake's got a lot of pace too. He's been able to put a few truck leads on Matt.
Yeah, it's one of the weirdest relationships in all of sports, right? It's your teammate, you work together. The only way you're going to win is if you work together, but oh yeah, I got to compete against them too. Like, it's really weird. You think of other sports, you're on the same team, you win together. Here it's like, yeah, we win together, but kind of not really. You know, like, it's just a really unique position for all the teams, right? Not just the driver, but the crew chiefs, all the guys working on the trucks. It's really tough to navigate that relationship sometimes. And the best thing you do is just talk, right? Like, you have to talk about these scenarios and try to work through it. Because there's nothing else like it.
Are you and Brad Keselowski closer now that you're not teammates than when you were driving on the same team?
Probably about the same, actually. Yeah, probably the same. We worked really well as teammates, and yeah, Blaine and I work really well. Austin and I work really well, and you know, you start to know each other's tendencies, their personalities, how their cars, typically drive, and you try to, understand that stuff to help yourself, right? Because that's ultimately what a teammate's there for, right? To push you, and ultimately they can take something from you, you can take something from them, and hopefully a Penske car wins more often.
Speaking of teammates, this Easter the UFL takes over spring's biggest weekend with a Fox football extravaganza. First Friday at 8 Eastern, Memphis takes on the Michigan team. Then Saturday at 7, Birmingham battles Houston. And Sunday at 5, it's San Antonio versus DC. It's all next weekend on Fox. A little football action. I already mentioned we're going to be racing trucks at Rockingham, going back to the Rock. Looking forward to that. And then you guys, the Cup guys, get to take the weekend off. And that'll be your last weekend off, Joey, for 28 weeks.
That is why I'm not going to Rockingham. I'm taking that weekend off. I didn't even think about doing that or asking my wife if that was okay. I said, nope, we're going to the beach.
What about this battle for the lead? It's been so interesting to me to see the night of Corey Heim. He fell back early. They thought they might have had a flat tire. Then Raja takes a chance, gambles on strategy, and gets the lead. He's holding it. And then look in third place. Bailey Curry is looking all over this racetrack, Joey, trying to find somewhere that he can get some grip to make a move. I think he might be the fastest of the three.
100%. I was just about to say that. Bailey Curry has the fastest truck right now. And he's just looking for a way around. And you got to start thinking this point of the run, can I move up off the bottom? And where's the lap trucks at, right? How can I use the lap truck as a pick, right? Being able to kind of move around and pin Corey Heim in a bad spot to where you can force him to make a bad decision and capitalize on that. Corey's trying to do the same thing to Raja, and look right in front of him. Here they come. Here comes the lap trucks.
And Raja, I hope you're right about one thing, Joey. Earlier you said the tire wear will get better and better. He's got a lot of laps on those good years.
So yeah, Corey Heim has now cut the gap down.
Well, he's not getting the cautions either because we do
Raja.
fuel as well. So
Raja has a lot more laps on his tires than Corey Heim and everybody else behind him.
Those three scoping each other out, trying to figure out how to make the move.
Raja Karuk now has led 62 laps, the most laps he's ever
Larson has the newest tires, but it's only up to 9.
He's got Corey Heim, Bailey Curry just breathing down his neck.
And Joey, you know this. For a young racer to do this at Bristol, that's what it means more to me here than anywhere else. You get it done at Bristol, you feel like you can get it done anywhere, and he's doing it right now.
It's just tough, right? Like Bristol, that's what I think. The last great Coliseum is just a tough place. And there's nothing like winning at Bristol. You pull your truck up on top of the roof of the media center. It's iconic. You hear the fans yelling and screaming, booing, cheering, the whole nine. It is really cool.
And you get that sword.
Yeah, you get the sword.
What a good race tonight.
Trophy here, like an iconic old school trophy. I think the trophies that never change are always, I feel like, more special.
I really feel like that the tires are giving up on that 71 because we're seeing Corey really start to eat him up.
50 laps goes by pretty quick, but there's a lot of things that can happen in this amount of time.
I just think about how drastic things got at the end of that other stage, the second stage, when everybody's tires were falling off at the end. Do we see that again?
You see, he's already got 121 laps on his tires. That is a long time.
Joey, you lost out back. 6 swords, 6 trophies from this place. You won a 3 series. You won on dirt in a truck. You won on dirt in your cup car.
You're helping me out. The good thing is I don't know. And that's a good problem.
So yeah, so this is
You're asking me.
I'd love to quiz you guys. You usually remember that, but if I asked you how many close ones you lost, you could probably name those off.
I could name a few here that I feel like we should have won. I broke the gate here once. You did.
Michael, you have the
You're lucky to be
craziest.
sitting here with us right now.
I'm happy to be here. It's just every day's a blessing. Getting to watch these trucks battle like this, right up front for the win at Bristol to get that trophy you talk about, just great racing.
Michael, that was the worst crash I've ever seen, and you walked away and gave an interview afterwards.
Yeah, it was.
There was nothing left of his race car.
Typical Mikey way. Get the interview right afterwards.
And plug the sponsor. True professional. Just 43 laps to go here from Bristol. Raja Karut continues to lead. Corey Heim will step aside. You won't miss a thing as we go side by side.
Welcome to more where that came from. Welcome to the edge of your seat. Welcome to NASCAR.
This is Pato O'Ward. His last name's Irish, but his first words were... Pato's the fastest 25-year-old on 4 wheels. He's tasted every kind of victory, except for the lactose variety. Pato looks like a one-man boy band. He charms like a British spy. He smells like burnt rubber, and he doesn't have fans. He's got groupies. So whether you love him or love him, take a look at the next face of IndyCar. This is Pato O'Ward. Welcome to the fastest racing on Earth.
Did you know Toyota has 3 NASCAR Cup teams? We got Team 2311, owned by this guy, and 3-time Daytona winner Denny Hamlin. But Denny Hamlin races for another team, Joe Gibbs Racing. Yeah, Super Bowl winning head coach Joe Gibbs. And they both share the track with Legacy Motor Club, co-owned by 7-time Cup champ Jimmy Johnson. 3 epic teams, 4 legendary owners, all going after 1 cup. Now you're up to speed. You in?
A guy like this, who relies on his truck for work, knows that his truck will take care of him if he takes care of his truck. And WeatherTech has always been the ultimate protection. From floor liners to no-drilled mud flaps to tech liner for your truck bed to bump step to the handy under-seat storage system. And Cup Phone keeps phones secure in any cup holder. Order your American-made products at WeatherTech.com.
Subway's got a new meal of the day with chips and a drink for just $6.99. Or if you're big hungry, make it a footlong for only $3 more. Huh, big hungry. Is that a thing? That should be a thing. Find your fresh with the all-new $6.99 meal of the day at Subway.
From the community in the campgrounds to the action on the track, there's something for everyone at Michigan International Speedway. The green flag will be flying all weekend long, with 3 races and endless opportunities for a good time. Family-friendly entertainment meets race fans' need for speed from sunup to sundown. Kick off summer with a bang and discover why a NASCAR race in Michigan baby, is anything but slow. Get your tickets today at mispeedway.com.
Racing all over the place, including right up front. The lead is in jeopardy. Corey Heim trying to get the lead from Raja Karut. We had our eyes in side by side watching Kyle Larson ripping both ends of the track up top. But guys, he fell off a little bit. Really didn't make up a whole lot of ground.
Well, don't count him out yet. In that 38 truck, he has joined this battle for the lead too. At 34, Lane Riggs. He's come through the field after losing a lap when his tires wore out earlier.
He's got a little bit newer tires than these leaders do, so they're starting to pay a little bit of a dividend for these guys having the tires. But Corey Heim's doing a good job. He's moving up the racetrack. Look at him 3 and 4. He's going up top here. He's just playing around, trying to figure out, can I build a run somehow to get Raja off the bottom to where he can get around him. And it looks like, Corey'd rather be on the bottom down in 1 and 2. He lost a lot of time in that corner, though. And then he goes back to the top at 3 and 4.
And here comes Chandler Smith.
Sunday, it's door-to-door and bumper-to-bumper bumper action at the last great Coliseum right here at Bristol Motor Speedway. The Cup Stars will take to the track. It'll be Joey Logano and the boys battling it starting at 1:30 Eastern with green flag flying at 3. That's Sunday on FS1. You'll be battling for another sword, another trophy.
Battle for the lead.
Absolutely.
Corey Heim is taking the lead. Here comes Chandler Smith.
There's Chandler Smith in the 30.
Chandler Smith now takes second. And Chandler Smith trying to come around for the lead.
Chandler Smith is
It's going to be a battle here.
He better run while he can.
And if he looks in his mirror, Bailey Curley
coming on the outside.
Holy cow, what a battle.
He's going to get held up a little bit there.
He's going to have a lap truck kind of save Corey here. He's going to use him as a pick.
Oh, wow. Jacked him up, too.
Corey Heim hangs on to it for now. Heim has led in every single race this year. The only driver to do so.
Corey Heim trying to take the air, take the line away from Chandler Smith. He saw he was going fast up top. He tried to take his air in 3 and 4. These guys are racing 25 laps to go.
This is good stuff here. What a battle.
Chandler Smith says, I want to finish what I started.
And Corey Heim says, I want to put behind what I started. I mean, that truck didn't look like anything remotely like we've seen all season long. Then we heard he had a flat tire or a tire going down, and now we see the results of a fresh tire.
Caution.
Oh, caution.
Caution is out for the 7th time.
So it's about a 16-minute green flag run.
Luke Fenhouse a little bit slow
Luke
there.
Fenhouse, what's the caution?
Oh.
I'm wondering if it's weather. That's what we're hearing. It's
oh,
a
God.
little bit of rain there.
Yeah, we're getting some rain.
They just had weather.
Well, this is interesting.
Oh, man, I really want this race to end under green.
On the windshield there.
No, I saw a few
You can
drops.
see just a little bit when the lights hit it just right. You can see it, just a little bit of water. NASCAR taking the conservative approach, which is the right one.
A little bit of mist. We pretty much.
I'd say just stop them right now. That way we can get as many green flag laps.
If it continues to do this, NASCAR does have the option to go to the wet weather tire. Now the teams had to have 2 sets mounted for tonight. You see the raindrops there.
Ooh, it's not much. And I don't know exactly how the rules would be with the wet weather tire. I think they force you to put them on, which would change this race drastically because those tires handle very, very different than what they are on right now.
I think they should just stop them right now. That way we can get as many,
to their truck.
figure out what this weather's going to do, get as many laps back green as we
What do you got going
can.
on down there?
Yeah, my bulb radar dome on my head here said it was raining a little bit, but guess what? It has stopped now.
Oh.
There's not a drop coming down, so my guess is we'll go back green. I trust your radar as well as anybody's, Todd. I know it's telling us what's happening down there.
And I don't think Chandler Smith wanted to see that caution. I'm pretty sure he was eventually going to find a way, or at least we were going to have fun watching Corey Heim and Chandler Smith battle it out right there for those last 25 laps or so. And we're still going to get to watch a battle, I think.
And right behind those guys, Kyle Larson has clawed his way into the top 5 in that 07 truck. And Larson has fresher tires than everyone ahead of him. What do you think about that?
I think he's hoping that they just red flag this thing right now and stop pacing off the laps or go back green because you can't pass any under caution.
So we talked about Corey Heim and what he's done the last 2 races. Let's go back and take a look at the domination. I mean, between the 2 races, he led over 225 laps. Here he is. This is the Miami truck race. This was crazy.
Austin Sutton gets the free pass.
This one was unbelievable. Having some electrical issues and he had such a fast truck. Get to the lead and shut off. Get back to the lead and shut off. And here you see with a flat tire in Martinsville.
Just so dominant, Martinsville. Flat tire late in the going, still drove back to 6th position. It's just been an amazing season for this guy.
It's just fast.
Yeah. He's a cup star in the making.
Absolutely. No doubt in my mind.
He'll join you on Sunday pretty soon.
I'll have to race him to the end of my career.
I remember when kids like that came along when I was a racer. One of them was named
Joey Logano. And I'm like, oh no.
Sliced bread came along, and you're like, oh man.
Yeah, I get it. Now you see what's happening, right? I get it.
Alright, well, what are we doing here?
That's awesome.
Well, that guy puts in the time.
What about D-Dub?
Big brother.
What about this record, Joey? 7 straight wins at this tough racetrack. 7 in a row from 81 to 84.
That's unbelievable. It's unbelievable to me that, like, nothing went wrong.
Right.
Like, it's one thing to have the fastest car all the time, but, like, being able to pull off so many laps at this track and did something didn't break or mistimed something, bad pit stop, whatever it may have been. Just pretty impressive.
Incredible what he was able to accomplish here. 12 wins at Bristol.
Someone's beating a 7-in-a-row record. I don't think that ever happened. Yeah.
So, talk about old school. I mentioned Rockingham. We're going back to the Rock next Friday night. There it is. Michael, it's been a minute since, Cup Cars have raced there, but we're going back with the trucks, and last time they raced there was 2013.
Who won?
Larson.
Stop it.
Who finished second?
Stop it. I remember the race. I should have won it. Well, I'm looking forward to watching it next week, though.
Me too, man. Rockingham. And I talked to some of the drivers. They were just, and look, Roger's on pit road.
Alright, so pit road's open.
Speed at Rockingham. There's just so much grip. It's going to be a fast race.
Looking forward to that. Raja Karuth, they mixed up the strategy, led 85 laps. Josh told us they were going to be short on fuel, and they certainly were.
Well, now they've got these tires, but I think just too little too late, I'm afraid. He's going to be mired that deep back in the field. You just really, really got to keep your eye on the 07 of Larson because he's got a little bit fresher tire, and we know how he likes to run that rim.
And I think for Raja Karuth at this point, goal should be a top 10.
Yeah.
And it would be pretty impressive to make it happen because he's going to have to pass a lot of trucks to make that happen. But he's got newer tires. You have to adjust your goals sometimes when you're inside the truck. You got to think, okay, winning is probably out of the question right now unless some crazy events happen. What's a realistic thing I can go after? A top 10 would be a nice way to try to recover from that strategy call.
Well, Kyle Larson certainly in the hunt. Top 5, Todd.
Yeah, we know that Kyle Larson is probably one of the best there is at ripping the wall, right? Well, he just reported that he loves his truck up against the wall right now. He said it's turning good. It's got good forward drive. Don't count that 07 out in this race.
He's going to have to do it really quick. As he's starting, well, he's 5th right now, depending on where he chooses coming up here this lap. And
Alright, so getting ready to go back where you're going to choose this lap.
He's going to have to rely on a little bit of what the trucks are doing in front of him to get going, right? He's not the leader. He's not in full control. So he's got to try to weave through the traffic, and will the top come in that quick? Right? He got to go in late in the run. It's going to go back to the bottom. So here comes the choose.
Alright, getting one to go until we go green.
See Chandler Smith taking the front and that lays down
to the bottom. See there?
Yeah. So I don't think that's a bad spot. I mean, he gains a row, right? And he went from, he was 5th. His option was to pick behind the 45 of Honeycutt, which would have been where Riggs is. So definitely the right choose.
Yes.
And it's good. He's relying on Chandler Smith to have a good restart. And those two are going to be racing each other in front of him.
And we know how fast Smith is, so there's a pretty good chance he's going to get a great restart. We saw those great restarts earlier. Those were on the outside, though, but Chandler's a veteran. He'll get it done.
And this is an old tire restart, right? Tire, wheel spin, that is a good possibility happening here.
Reminder, it's a triple truck challenge night. Daniel Hemrick picked up the $50,000 at our last race at Martinsville. Highest finishing eligible driver, which could be either of those drivers on the front row, will take home $50,000 tonight. Well, added incentive. $50,000 goes a long way in the truck.
All right.
A lot of incentive, and have we seen our
pace car's off, and green flag is back in the air. Got 14 to go.
Corey Heim, Chandler Smith, 14 laps to go at Bristol.
What a start by Chandler Smith.
4 wide behind him.
Damn, oh my God, oh jeez.
Contact behind him.
Caution.
Wow, I can't believe everybody got around Curry. He had a problem on that 44 truck.
And who was the leader when the caution came out?
They're showing
That was a 15-second green flag run. Oh. I think that's my shortest ever during a
They
stream.
kept it all straight. To Michael's point, we've got Andres Perez, quite a bit of damage in the 77. He brings it down pit road.
Well, I asked the question, would there be another caution? And the answer was yes, quickly. I think they're showing Chandler Smith as the leader.
Wow, and now he's going to have the preferred lane and control on the restart. He did a tremendous job getting up through the gears and was able to get it positioned down into turn 1, which we haven't seen that from the bottom row the whole night.
Andres Perez with some damage. What a restart for Smith. He's on the bottom there.
It just motors him. Just drives it and gets position right there. Now, yes, the bottom's not in yet, but when the caution came out, they go back to the last loop. There's loops around the racetrack, and they go back to the last one you went through while it was green, and that's how they score you. And you could tell that, you know, Chandler Smith was out in front at one point. And I hate to say it, but that's been the story of Corey Heim's year so far. You know, just fast in position, and it just, little things like that didn't go his way, because the caution comes out 3 seconds later, he's back in the lead.
There's a problem for Bailey.
So Bailey Curry
Todd, what are they saying?
having a career night, and now just trouble.
Yeah, 44, we think that the transmission broke. We don't know if it just jumped out of gear, but it definitely something wrong with the transmission. You can see it. He's trying to get it going there, and it won't go.
Oh, career night for Bailey Curry.
And I got to tell you, Todd, it's amazing they didn't pile up. Because when the 44 broke, they were 4 wide. He stopped right off turn 2, and just a crazy pile up behind him. Eventually brought out the caution. But we're going to go back to racing with less than 10 to go, guys, and could be crazy again.
And now Larson is up to 3rd. Riggs is now 4th. Right? Like a little bit newer tires. Don't forget that part. And they're gonna. I would assume Chandler's gonna take the top. I think. And it's either gonna open the front row, which I think if I'm Corey Heim, I'm taking the front row. You can't give up the front row on a final restart with less than 10 to go. So then Larson's gonna be in the most likely the 2nd row on the top.
And we know how much he likes the top.
This race is not, it's far from over. There's a lot of things that can happen.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say we haven't seen our last caution because of the wildness of these restarts. What about Scott Riggs' son Lane? He's come from a lap down to be in a position to win this race late. I just love it.
He's done a great job, and we've seen this from Lane Riggs many times. He's a tremendous race car driver, a lot of potential in him, and he's a smart racer. He does a good job at managing races.
Talk about driven by speed. Keanu Reeves versus Cody Jones. He's an insider behind the scenes. The two of them go together, and they race head-to-head in the Toyota GR Cup. It's a high-stakes race at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. I was there, saw the race. It was so fun to watch these two. I actually raced against Keanu Reeves. Like, that's his jam. He loves racing, but you have to watch it. It's Sunday night, 9:30 Eastern, right here on FS1. Cody Jones is the guy from Dude Perfect. I don't know if your kids are into that yet.
Love Dude Perfect.
Yes.
Love it.
Those guys have a lot of fun, and they were jacked up watching their buddy.
Joey, you said that Raja how to adjust his goals and just say, okay, we have a pit here, we got an issue. A top 10 would be a good goal. Well, he's 10th. Do you think he's changed those goals now?
Well, now you change it to the top 5. All right. I mean, you got to adjust your goals once you achieve them. Here's the choose. Just as we expected, Corey Heim took the front row. Larson is going to be 2nd row outside. Everyone taking shortest, pretty much, or the top.
Wow. Look how cold it is. But look at the excitement. She doesn't like somebody.
Let's listen to Chandler Smith's radio.
Just so you know, P3, the 07 Larson is about 20 laps fresher. Same with the Riggs, is P4. You and the 11, same strategy right now. Oh, good lovely.
Oh, fucking lovely.
That was funny. But I don't know if that's enough of a difference to give him a big advantage.
No. And it's only a few laps to go, right? I mean, you got 8 to go, it's going to be 7 to go when you take the green.
All right, boys. Hold those belts.
All right, going back green.
One more time.
Green flag's back in the air, 7 to go.
Chandler Smith and Corey Heim side by side. What a jump for the 38 truck.
Larson's coming for the lead.
Corey Hamlin.
Wow.
Stumble on the start. Oh, Riggs got too high, lost some ground there.
Lead Riggs loses some spots there.
The leaders just crossed the line. We've reached our craftsmen. 6 to go. What a battle up front. Can Kyle Larson do it?
Larson kind of missed the bottom on the entry there a little bit. Gave up some time to Chandler Smith. It's going to take a few laps, it seems like, for him to get going. He hasn't had many laps, though, to do it.
Chandler Smith out front. What a journey it's been. He started in the Truck Series with Kyle Busch Motorsports, moved up to the Xfinity Series, and this year got a great ride with Front Row. Decided to
I don't know if Larson's going to catch him.
10 minutes since he's been to victory lane in the Truck Series. He's got to hold off Kyle Larson here for about 3.5 more laps.
Yeah, I don't think Larson will catch him, honestly.
He's doing a good job. It seems like he's able to hold him at bay right now. Larson's saying, I got to do something. He moves up to the top of the racetrack, hoping to find a miracle up there.
Well, Todd told us Larson was really happy with his truck up there. Does he have enough time to get it done?
That was a last-ditch effort.
1 to go.
He said, I'm going to try it, and it didn't work. He knows now he is too far back.
Kyle Larson just ran
Yep, it's too far back.
of the race, over 124.
Coming to the white flag.
Per hour.
One more time around at Bristol for Chandler Smith.
Went to victory lane in 2021. Comes back to the Truck Series. Can he pull it off? 2 more corners.
And Chandler Smith is going to win the truck race at Bristol.
Oh, yeah. Good job, Chandler. Great job, guys. Great job, everyone. Oh, yeah.
A masterful job. Did a great job on the restart. Did a great job managing the race. They had a not-so-great pit stop.
Yeah, Chandler Smith led 127 laps tonight.
Didn't wreck his truck. Took his time. Took advantage of his strength, which was the long run. Wins the race.
You know what you love is to be able to turn away Kyle Larson too. Chandler Smith, he knew he had the man behind him. He simply just drove away from him.
And Michael, this was a big deal. Kyle Larson, there's a lot of time and effort that goes into doing the triple, and he's running the Xfinity Series tomorrow. But now he doesn't have a chance to do the sweep. That man right there just ended it for Kyle Larson.
And he's going to pick up a smooth 50 grand.
Yes, he is.
I'm going to like the sound of that.
I mean, you see the celebration. It means more. I mean, in the story I told, talking to Chandler earlier today, that this deal came together so late. They hired these people for the second team in January, and they were able to come out. This isn't a fluke. They've been running, Michael, top 5, top 10.
Big burnout.
And he proved right off the bat here in Bristol tonight that he was the truck to be driving.
No practice.
Yeah, stage wins and the race win, and going through some adversity to make it happen. Not a surprise that he's won a race this year. I mean, he's going to win more than one race, I'm pretty certain.
You think he put the lane rig set up under his truck that seemed to work so good for lane asphalt?
You gotta think so.
Maybe so.
Yeah. By the way, those two are great teammates. A lot of respect for one another. 22 years old. He's a 2-time dad. Makes a lot of the decisions on his own, and there's one frustrated driver in Matt Crafton.
Well, that was like from one extreme to the other, wasn't it? Chandler Smith loving Bristol, Matt Crafton not loving something about Bristol.
Might not be Bristol that's the problem.
Somebody racing at Bristol. Crafton ended up 16th.
It's usually not the track's fault, huh?
Yeah.
Still burning it down out here.
He is.
He's going all. He's trying to make the lap. He's trying to do the half-mile burnout, which seems like the trend here right now at the burnouts, and I think it's cool.
Denny Hamlin did a heck of a job.
Trying to make the tires last. I think he could have made it happen, but you're going to get down to the cords eventually and blow them apart, and that's what happened. The left rear tire's toast.
That's it. You're done.
That's all you can do. But I
just turn this on after work. Yeah, just ended.
Front Row Motorsports
What's up,
getting it done
Wilson's
tonight.
fucking
Their 11th career win.
Quick tie and Long John Silver's going to victory lane here in Bristol on that Ford.
John Leonard is crew chief, getting it done too.
Those Goodyear tires are tough, but they ain't that tough. There you go. Look how good this feels.
See the decal there. excuse the language there. You see the decal for Shiggy Hattori on a lot of people's minds.
Yes, he is. There's Shiggy.
Gave a lot of young drivers a chance in his
He
trucks.
did.
And you saw that this week, you know, on social media.
It's got to be a real rewarding win for this young man.
I think he likes the music too. All I do is win. There he is, Chandler Smith. Win. 127. And Josh is there.
Chandler Smith celebrating with the team his first victory since returning to the Truck Series, putting on an absolute dominant performance out here tonight.
It's 42 degrees there.
To celebrate. It was a great win.
It's cold for a NASCAR race.
Chandler, talked earlier just about how special this place is for you. I could hear the excitement from you over the radio. You got the win, and the excitement from the team. What did this one mean to you tonight?
I'm more excited for this team than I am for myself. This group came together. We hired my crew chief 3 weeks before Daytona. Like, take that in for a second. This group just got assembled literally in January. The good Lord works in mysterious ways. My life's been really, really crazy here recently, and there was a lot of unknowns about my future going into the season. And, you know, we kind of had our backs against the wall about just putting a group together last minute, but holy shit, I wouldn't want any different of a group than I got behind me. This number 38 Quick Type Products Ford F-150 was on a damn rail tonight. Thank you guys for coming out. The weather sucks and you guys put up with it. Thank you so much, Bristol. You guys are the best.
And Chandler, you also get 50K through the Triple Chuck Challenge. So how about that?
I forgot about that. That puts the topic on the cake.
That's a ton
Chandler
of
Smith,
There you
your
go.
winner at Bristol. Todd?
Well, Kyle, two truck races this year. You got a first and a second. What did you need tonight to run with that 38?
I don't know. We fell back there on that long run in the second stage. I got super tight. And then I sped on pit road, I think that next stop, and honestly that probably helped us because we were still kind of buried for the next caution and we pitted, so we had a little bit of an advantage to get, you know, towards the front. I thought it would be more of an advantage than it was, but still I think it was a benefit to our race. So you know, I felt like if we didn't get that one caution there as we were kind of all in traffic and getting ready to race, I maybe had a good shot, but still to get to second's good. So thanks to Aspire Motorsports and HenderCars.com, Rick and Linda for letting me and William and whoever else come run this truck this year, and it's a lot of fun. So unfortunately not to get the win, but we still have 2 more chances the rest of the weekend, and we'll have some good shots.
Kyle Larson bringing home second. Jamie.
Always good to have Kyle Larson in the field.
Well,
Put on a show tonight. It wasn't easy. That's
That was a fun race tonight, I'm not going to lie. I thought with Bailey Curry being up there, Raja having the lead for a little bit there, thought it was not a bad race.
on top. Jake Garcia, another top 10 finish for him, and Lake Riggs. Once he
Very
got
cold
that
race.
lap back, to know what he'd do.
But, you know, that'll happen. And yeah. All right, I'll be live tomorrow at 4:45 for the Xfinity race. And I'll be live at Sunday at 2:45 for the Cup race.
Such a fast
and yeah. Alrighty, bitches. I'm gonna end this shit right here. I want to thank you all for watching, and peace out.